much, Najid. Thank you, Phil Anand. This is the home of the Premier League and is Accra Suffolk versus Aduana Football Club.
After 360 minutes of football, Aduana have got their own issues this season. They are in the relegation drop zone after 4 outings, 2 losses to Nation FC and Young Apostles, leaving them with just a point above. New faces in there for both clubs with just a few remnants of the old squad left. Kevin Obin, Hamza Isa, Emmanuel Bobi, Osesibe, and some of the faces from the previous fixture you can recognize. What a game we're about having, as we also see the officials in our shots. A bit of injury, very experienced player who just turned 2 games at the same venue. As the Accra House of maintains the same lineup against Young Apostles. The players for this Aduana's team, the likes of Emmanuel Mafo, not part. Oh, certainly there's some shows that we kick off at the Zali. 18 o'clock GMT here. So there we go for the first 45 minutes. Already kicked off. So there we go officially for the first 45 minutes in this fixture. With Drummond having it, hit it up at the far right hand side and it's out. But here comes across the hook through the middle, lovely play. It's dropped to Sari. He picks it. He's got a lot of bodies up front. He's got Hamza to his front. Oh, he's been stopped by Ado. Hussein recovers well. He's picked. That's a long one into the honest area. Couldn't pick the real man. Hamza really arriving a shed late. With a long hit. Can it be picked by Mwakuf? He gets to it. He will have to send in a lovely cross into the channel. Couldn't pick anybody. Lose everyone. And again, Yaya had it all the way covered at the right hand side. Hit it up front. Comes out, goes down by referee. Latif Andari will have none of that. Hussein. And it's Aduana once again in possession. Here comes Aldo. Trying to play a bit of stylish play there, but what a shot. That was footed. And Benjamin Osari on the right place to just collect it calmly. But Aduana will come from the left-hand side now, and they have been dispossessed by Hasselfolk. Sani couldn't hit it to find a Litzman, but Hasselfolk comes into the picture. It's dropped deep. Ransford needs to be careful. Aldo have it. Finds it.
Nemo Makwaba. Say, and the 5th of October 2024. I remember that. And yeah, the weekend edition of Today's Sports in Ebreum. Now the TNA and Sembia Koso, Ebisoba Koso, to say a wiki about Europa League, Champions League, Sanyaman Conference League. You be the home common affair, the Benny So, Senne. Chelsea so Asia kind. And now a conference for the say Akwesiada Nombono. Chelsea can compete with Man City and Arsenal this season, according to Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca. Mobanche, I'm a code Kakra, but you can't we are the Akabamba take you over. Come me and Nasa. Anna. Managing after Yanko. You know, Emery say, Aston players, more relax it. Not so much a Bayern Munich. Yeah. Because they are going to face another huge football club. I a friend of Manchester United. Eric Ten Hag say, Didi say Manchester United and paying for the Tanachi. Nobody improve team, no. Yes. Or say, your Kaka want to say. He remains confident that he has the backing of Manchester United's hierarchy and that improvements are on their way after a problematic night in Porto only intensified talk about his position. Liverpool so omo manager omo ne buy a wo ye adwuma kama nanka on Ten Hag omo nyina free kro back so Orban kwa ne nchiremu kire se ne masa ne Ten Hag but buy no wa kire se office upon no ya dey a Ten Hag na no no say he does not have managerial idols but sometimes he may steal a few things from his rivals. Or say sometimes no ta. But no be
sometimes.
No ta. Sometimes no me ta.
Yeah.
Or tell you most times.
Yeah.
Now you do baby or where no at the end of
No we be.
They said they no Ateta I can say.
We are
Morino say they will see defend it. Or say or where ya man for an or coin or where Morino matches no kind of books no when antis and Usia
My aunties in the
Usia
Well, you know, name I know in Benjo.
now that's why a wild chain Morino sometimes or hard to make a crack.
But this is in the
Nipa di who we are there na Usia de na Usia papa sanity. As it Thomas Tuchel and some no, and then I'm from him.
That's a
Say, Sia Kobase. Maybe I'm a busa solo. Say Ratcliffe, my kind of baby say, Uja for weekend.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.
Omubusane say, say decision be no mu take care for coach no. And no say, enni nsem say coach ne betena na so wontena. Management ni nyina na also motena ase. No mu take decision. Say be a coach ne be kwa na so betena. But on no Ratcliffe the as at that moment ombusane question no. Ontimi nche say coach betena na so be ko.
He failed to endorse the coach.
And he also failed to admit that he would sack the coach. Oh yes. But I say a management decision.
Management in a bit decided. Hey, papa.
Boss Boss.
What baby solo? Yeah, seen the form cry.
So also person
I want a separation of powers in here, Jumano.
Baba Kwana say, yes, you lawyer, but they say they are all separation of powers only.
Song say, Mr. Adamati.
But my guy social studies.
Boss, Mr. Adamati. Where director, what you move? And all day, Jumana send me to turn the management in sir. Into anything concerning solo there.
Mr. Otuo.
Say me bum. Na me Mr. Adamati me jina me ya. Say my management ejuma.
I know you have separation of powers.
Management. Management in your majuma.
Baba Chairman.
Me se menja majuma.
Mutu associate studies. The Baba can have separation of powers.
Separation of powers to is there.
Separation of powers now Montesquieu. At the buy, only Montesquieu Baba.
I tell you what boss.
Baba said then say so be ejuma. Department we your chief executive producer also in ejuma. Your head of sports also
Mate. Say lawyer kasa about
100.7.
Yeah.
So I fell in love the first day I came here. I'm part of the club Pep Guardiola and the Kasa ahead of the game with Manchester City with Fulham and all Kasa. Real Madrid coach Ancelotti was two of the main factors behind his team's poor play this season: a lack of intensity in defense and a show ball circulation. Rivaldo fired a warning to the club's current coach Hansi Flick and put Lamine Yamal in the same category as Real Madrid about Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. Okay. Lamine Yamal, the home commander, so as a people, Paul Pogba's banned from football to be overturned with January return to Juventus training. As a Pogba beat him up a ball match.
Yeah.
Now, Obebody.
Paul
Pogba. Ball here about so Oboboy. Obetimi
abo. Say be any top club crana. Be our man and middle table team be.
Juventus percent omode
Obetimi abo.
Ramos Bass free agent. I say coach is with the difference no. Jelson Blamer pra. And to be here, Sergio Ramos, the experience no in the Champions League and a bit to win the league. Over here Ramos with his experience.
You have a crowd to folk and Ramo about draw with Adriana.
10 against 11.
Adriana offense.
Sir, Adriana for no more 10. And how to folk.
I don't need the pattern if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm back on red card.
Okay. Time by
58 minutes.
Oh, send it.
The Omo said 32 minutes of the 90.
And I thought I was disappointed in Salim. And his performance.
So Tuona Salim say chance be. But me feel say obi ohebo ni bibia no behu say ni say Salim ni blame no. The pass ne corner ho. I think Sani Muhammad and a lay cross be in front of goal nti player ne kodi ni ho na was enko no bo hye no. Ono bo no na wanya ni ye. Tina won say be a Salim ni move towards the ball but at that moment we anticipate say be ba no ho feel say be a we be bo ahye. Ti ebe to no bobo ba na be a
7 exciting Premier League matchups on Sunday. Samatex Kotoko Brekum Chelsea Nsuacheman teams in Asia kind. Okay, and wo we di hun komo. And Fernando Basse Mbappe Vinicius. Was it the team is saying process or no experience? So far, man for so no idea. Now, when you match these activity up, what ball
ni bona na no boy ni highlights and ni twetwen no kra no onim twetwen Mbappe.
Fernando Bassi. No.
Did you say that?
And CAF schedules Ghana versus Sudan. AFCON 2025 qualifiers, you know. Ghana and Sudan October 10 Yawade at 4 p.m. Initially na Friday, but Abayawada. Coach Otuo after 25 players. Dada Matthew, Dada Matthew. Otuo say I hate to lose. In a draw as well. And you know a good Dima League. You think I know a good Dima League? May I disagree? In terms of sporting a talent, some go for free league, give me a big stages. Yes, one player has been recognized by the coach. Okoye, no man opportunity to play. Say, you have friend of Matre for you, and that's free biao. Free striker for you, Jonathan Sowa. Wow, so. Amukwa no matter how concerned ba. And then the players o manim de da ha. Bebre wo mu bi. Mo ba. O mani na mu na mo sa akọ. To ya to ticket. E dia mom.
And the cinema was no boss na no te some see goalkeeper no be da no. Omashe ni 6 a conference league. Tina for a raise concern.
Boss, matches be brave. Ghana keepers unim be brave. Would I level on any artiziki there?
You want all?
Young fellow Kabia, ye Jenny Dina, young Chassis, boss, Kakrea, Nano Kakrea, say who local goalkeepers Nibia. No more that blaster go post move. Nano ya
experience in Tomo.
Yeah.
Atizigi, he may not be the best goalkeeper, but in the by league, I think he'll be the best goalkeeper. Yeah. Or the Baba that any local team based on any goalkeeping. And just say, I would say, yes, it do baby. When we are comfortable, we can change. But say I say goalkeeper 6 there. Now the goalkeeper many age and 5 in the 6.
Boss,
But in the last 2 years, so Black Stars Biana or Chelsea on also a number.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
He has been good.
Boss,
He has been good.
Boss, why me problems with Atizigi? We top clubs not performing. Her City goalkeeper, or on the fourth day. She David Raya. How comfortable?
Baba, sometimes we argument.
Oh,
Why are you comparing Atizigi to world class goalkeepers?
boss, and I make us say,
These are the best goalkeepers in the world.
Boss, level no. Any ball now will try to pursue bono. Play ball from the back, no. And ya Atizigi.
No, why?
Oh, boss, say you bet him. You league him.
Why be out say? We only play ball.
Because goalkeeper now, according to the Black Stars coach, are the best in our league in the crown. Of course, they all can. Your money chance, man, in Derby.
No
cry number 3 or.
Never held.
No, now according to Tuado, no, or the best goalkeeper in our league. Yes. Until league in him crying, your best in the choir. Until I okay. Best in the court, until the first 2, no, and compete.
Okay, and solo comment be on
Derby boss.
Boss.
6:53.
Watara also pigeon because boss who could 11 players with Adriana. I know I do a week and Adriana for no and a control game.
But I'm so too.
Should be told
Adriana call from 1 man no. Not still na no. Omo create chances in House of Folk with 10 men. Omo may say chances than House of Folk with 10 men.
Omo ni ball to coach in
Oh. Are
Them say Mr. Otuo Porto coach no actually say.
Was time now.
Porto coach no.
Red card no buy.
Mr. Otuo Porto coach no actually say the last 7 games in the league and in Europe. We are winning 6.
Okay,
lose
so
1.
I'm not talking about 10 and 11. No.
Yeah, can't 10 11 now, but you say Watara and Chere say obetimi a winning games. And this a team be call from 10 men. Na e was so win but Porto coach no win sa na 10 men no dey be board draw.
E dey nya 10 na sem kan.
Yeah kan.
Got 10 no dey. 10 ha get Chere say oh yeah dey change coach no dey 10 no go take.
Ba coach ni ngu ne ho animals for matches a o say boss we no matches I abubo basa na be see 10 players ni so
baba
boss
by room pa
Arsenal for Major League, you know.
I didn't jam.
I feel and then I'm watching my head her Arsenal lineup. How I attend a bonus matches. So Angel League now feel yeah. Arsenal League.
By weekend we there. Investors no match be a try Arsenal and something.
No, and I send the one she's how much we are. Also promoted. And near my boy say no so
Southampton game we can be na Eric Ten Hag so when you 3 clean sheets no. You know. Oh, then we dey no boy dey. No boy dey.
Impossible papa.
Southampton.
Mario.
Pass is
Somebody say
pass your movie.
Aya na make am say Lille ni Real Madrid. Almost
Ancelotti dey was.
But that be form che. Nam so Aston Villa bonum ne Bayern Munich bono. Enye easy sa. Munya but say oh che mo koya. Me gaza Southampton be she has. Be she Arsenal. But we am fan say.
Omuntimi.
Yes, our matches ni be say investors 4-0, 5-0 there be.
Omuntimi.
Arsenal beat match Arsenal be she. But it will be tight. Premier League, you know, hard, you know.
Boss.
A body boy show.
There is Southampton bonnet.
I'm for the message about say Osho. Catches will so on chance. Fernando Bassi no cartoon with chasing Mbappe.
And the catcher was down for say. Catcher was down for say man in change side. Was down for catcher say.
So guys are on TV maybe I say.
Seminar.
Me ba down for message now na the buy. Guys say me say he can go to hell and greet Satan. Oba say Satan good morning. You do who is that?
Officer Bryce or Chow.
On the me.
It's on the class me. No. Alright say was so Bryce Zolon Twinsai. 80 and I'll pay Yaman special good morning BM a weekend edition of today's sports. Emena Sanson, ye kunko phone crossona and somewhere and I'll pay edi adencheche nsɛm a ebu mfumpa nkofo nkroso no yɛde ho nsɛm ato anim nsɛm no dɔso na mmom yɛbɛ confirm emunum no nyinaa na ya confirm die disafata sɛ wote na wohwɛ nyinaa ama na abusua kitikiti man pɔli bi ɛna ɛwɔ mu a aka nsuo yanom aka bu no pan yɛbɛto yɛbo ase na yɛatere no mmerɛ a yɛ confirm emunum no nyinaa ama wo show ne live ɛwɔ Facebook page no so Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio abusua yɛkɔ Facebook page wɔ na fe yɛsɛ na yɛ commente me ba na the boss player atono boase akenkan nyina ɛde ama sɛdeɛ sɛ ɛne sɛdeɛ ɛfata anɔpɛi we are good to go yɛhyɛ ɛde afi major European leagues no ɛnra games outdoor ɛna ɛtimi ɛtɔdwa ɛnom ɛyɛ Friday night football yɛnka no nyina mmom na yɛnhwɛ ɛnra games outdoor a ɛtimi ɛtɔdwa Olympic Dermasɛ ɛne Angers game no ɛyɛ 1-1 ɛno ɛyɛ French League 1 ɛno akyi okɔ Bundesliga no mu a Augsburg ɛhyɛmienum ɛma Mönchengladbach ɛte ɛka no mu baako ɛwɔ Serie A nom Napoli ɛhyɛmiensa ɛma Como ɛte ɛka no mu baako Scott McTominay enya goal Romelu Lukaku ena David Neres amum ene Emranti a amum bo goals no miensa ete ema Napoli eno ate Hellas Verona ete Venezia ebonu 2-1 ena oko La Liga no ma Leganes ene Valencia eye nenel way eye Manchester Odoa yotodwa ewo enra games a ya to the din Friday night football fixtures na enem our French League Anum games way ena etodwa our French League Anum Saint Etienne ene Auxerre ate ebosom eno ati yere to anim se Lille ebetra fie ewo Decathlon Arena na one Toulouse ate Abrani Rene ebetra fie ewo Ranson Park na one Monaco ate abosom odumfo no dumya edatna Olympic Lyon etra fie ewo Groupama Stadium na one Nantes ate aboso Brest ebetra fie na one Le Havre ate abani oni se Dedayu adwani omu after Strasbourg better fie was Stade de la Minao na on Lens at the Abosom Rams at fie on Montpellier and at the airport in Nice better fie our Alliance Rivera na on Paris Saint-Germain at the Abweni Otinam 6:45 p.m. and match them etoja ya don some atu anim and anopay ya basha French League on table no said ya etie and anopay na French League 1 after match day 6 Paris Saint-Germain and LED with 16 points plus of 15 goals after Monaco atosum you one hour 16 points plus of 9 goals Olympique de Marseille atosum yensam with 13 points plus of 8 goals Reims atosu 9 with 11 points plus of 2 goals Lille atosu enum with 10 points plus of 4 goals Lens atosu ensia with 10 points plus of 3 goals after top scorers among our French League Anum after match day 6 Amantia woman see a kind our French League Anuma amatimi ase more goals after match day 6 yawa Bakola ono our Paris Saint-Germain 6 goals and what me ase Jonathan David Juma Emma Lille was 5 goals Mason Greenwood our Olympique de Marseille was 5 goals and Ousmane Dembele Juma at the Emma Paris Saint-Germain and also as 4 goals and play yere san semina atu anim live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Na anope show no live our Facebook page no so odiani se ofuno adebia odi access social media na you know Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio. Now yeko Germany na Bundesliga match day 6 fixtures no said ye ya hwe ene anope ene nyankopɔn boa donko empɛ mu match so yi ɛna etodwa Bayer 04 Leverkusen ɛbɛtena fie ɛwɔ Bay Arena Leverkusen kromo ɔne Holstein Kiel ɛna ɛde ɛbɔ anim afɛ Werder Bremen ɛne Freiburg ɛde ɛbɔ so ɛwɔ Versailles Stadion ɛwɔ Bremen kromo Union Berlin ɛne Borussia Dortmund ɛde ɛbɔ so afɛ Bochum ɛne Wolfsburg ɛna ɛbɔ ɛwɔ Vonovia Stadion afɛ St. Pauli ɛne Mainz 05 ɛbɛbɔ na ɔdomfo no ɛdom mmienu a ɛda ɛtena yɛnya Hettenheim a ɔne RB Leipzig ɛte ɛbɔ so ɛwɔ Vogt Arena Eintracht Frankfurt ɛne Bayern Munich ɔtena ɛna saa game no ɛtodwa no mmiɛnsa mpaa mu na afei no nom mpaa mu Stuttgart atena fie ɛwɔ M8P Arena ɛwɔ Stuttgart akromo ɔmone Hoffenheim ɛna ɛte ɛbɔ so wei ɛyɛ match sa odo a ɛtodwa ɛwɔ Bundesliga match day 6 num afei yɛbɛfi hɔ no afei yɛahwɛ table no sɛdeɛ ɛteɛ ɛnɛ anɔpɛ ɛwɔ Bundesliga num matches no nyinaa yɛde ama wo enti now yɛhwɛ table no Bayern Munich after match day 5 wɔn wɔ 13 points plus of 13 goals and Frankfurt ɛtɔ so mmienu with 12 points plus of 5 goals RB Leipzig ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa with 11 points plus of 6 goals. Bayer 04 Leverkusen also a 9 with 10 points plus of 4 goals. Borussia Dortmund also enum with 10 points plus of 2 goals. Hettenheim also Ensia with 9 points plus of 3 goals. Freiburg also Enso 9 points plus of 1 goal. Stuttgart also Enwache with 8 points plus of 4 goals. Union Berlin also Encrom 8 points plus of 1 goal. And Werder Bremen also edu with 8 points minus of 3 goals and pay yɛde some ato anim say and our top scorers no esi etie ɛwɔ Germany na uko Bundesliga no so far Omar Mamush onom ɛwɔ Eintracht Frankfurt was 6 goals and a Hurricane esi akan ɛma Bayern Munich 5 goals and was Kramaric nom ɛwɔ Hoffenheim was 4 goals and a Ondap and Florian Wirtz and so as 4 goals each. You do some a joe and I'm pay and 10 times so coming away. Na yamfi Bundesliga num ya ko Serie A num na fe ya hwe match Saudwa and never to jam ɛwɔ Serie A num match day 7 na say and match day 7 no esi ATM Napoli ɛbɛtena fie ɛnra ɛna ɔmowini ya maka results na dia kyerɛ dada na ɛna games num okɔ Udini amanso ya amene Lecce ɛna ɛde ɛbɔ so ɛwɔ Blue Energy Stadium ɛyɛ 1 p.m. ɛna game num ɛbɛtumi atɔfam Atalanta ɛbɛbɔ Genoa ɛwɔ Jewish Stadium Bergamo Inter Milan ɛne Torino ɛna ɛde ɛbɔ ne 6:45 ɛwɔ Stadio Giuseppe Meazza ɛwɔ Milano Como na Fiorentina Juventus ɛne Cagliari ɛde ɛbɔ so ɛwɔ Allianz Stadium Torino Como ɛbusua Bologna ɛbɛbɔ Parma ɛwɔ Stadio Renato de Ara na Lazio ɛne Empoli ɛde ɛbɔ anim ɛwɔ Stadio Olimpico Roma Como wɔtena ɛyɛ 1 p.m. ɛna saa match no ɛbɛtumi atodwa na fe Monza ɛne Roma ɛde ɛbɔ anim ɛwɔ U Power Stadium ɛwɔ Monza ɔkyena 4 p.m. ɔkyena 6:45 p.m. Fiorentina ɛnso ɛbɛbɔm ɛde ɛtia AC Milan ɛwɔ Stadio Artemio Franchi ɛwɔ Firenze wei ɛyɛ games ahodoɔ a ɛbɛtodwa sei ɛna table no ɛsi ɛteɛ. After match day 6, Uko Italia, Abusanfo Serie A num yawo Napoli Olidi after match day 6 with 13 points plus of 7 goals. Juventus atosum yonum 12 points plus of 9 goals. AC Milan atosum yensa with 11 points plus of 7 goals. Inter Milan atosu 9 with 11 points plus of 6 goals. Torino atosu enum with 11 points plus of 2 goals. Empoli atoso Ensia 10 points plus of 3 goals. Lazio atoso Enso 10 points plus of 2 goals. And afe yɛhwɛ top scorers no ɛmrante a amasɛ more goals ɛwɔ Serie A num so far. Yɛwɔ Patrick Cochon wɔnom ɛwɔ kɔmo 4 goals and wasɛ Christian Pulisic our Milan 4 goals and an san etime aka Marcus Oturam nom Dusan Vlahovic nom etotoa so oja 3 goals and amonsa etime aka anopay yade ho nsam amawom now yanko the Spanish Primera División Santander no La Liga no match Saudua ebetotwa ene match day 9 na odun for dumya yan fanto anim say Espanyol ene Real Mallorca ena di apani ewo State Front Stadium and a side game no Eltofem Francisco Hernandez center referee Getafe abatrafie our Estadio Colisem na amum ane Osasuna eti abosu Jose Sanchez Martinez ebe center referee Las Palmas ebo Celta Vigo our Estadio de Gran Canaria Jen Cordero and a center referee Real Valladolid ebom Rayo Volcano our Estadio Municipal Jose Zoroya Pablo Gonzalez and a center referee na Real Madrid and Villarreal eti abosu our Estadio Santiago Bernabeu Guillermo Kudra and a center referee 7 p.m. and a side game no Eltofem and eda etnam Girona ebebo Athletic Club Bilbao our Estadio Municipal de Montilivi Juan Podelo a center referee Deportivo Alaves and Barca ebo etnam our Estadio de Mendoza Miguel Ortiz and ejamo atu ayiramo wachnam 2:15 p.m. now for 4:30 Sevilla atrafie our Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan amane Rebetes and di ebani one campus and a center referee Real Sociedad and Atletico de Madrid at the Eboso our Donacia San Sebastian Isidro Diaz de Mera and ejamo and Real Sociedad and Atletico de Madrid at 7 p.m. and a sama chinom ebetime atofema ya don some atu anim anopay after match day 8 our La Liga nom wine league table no enti anopay live our Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live on Facebook Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live on Facebook ebenya bansa after match day 8 21 points plus of 16 goals. Real Madrid atosum yonum 18 points plus of 11 goals. Villarreal atoso miensam with 17 points plus of 2 goals. Atletico de Madrid atoso 16 points plus of 8 goals. Athletic Club Bilbao atoso enum with 14 points plus of 4 goals. Real Mallorca atoso ensia with 14 points plus of 2 goals. Osasuna atoso enso 14 points, a minus of 1 goal. Real Betis atoso enlotre 12 points plus of 1 goal. Rayo Volcano atoso enkro 10 points plus of 1 goal. And a Celta Vigo atoso edu our 10 points are only go biano pay ya don sem atu anim and anopay na live on your radio Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa efinyame ya live ewo Oyerepa TV ewo social media no so Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook me say comment section or and some to anim and anopay no na onso odu adwin tere etimi aba boss player transia obeto no boase na wakenka ni na amon said say ene said e factor and anopay early kickoff na early kickoff na ya na no odene Crystal Palace the Selhurst Park and Liverpool and ebo in the English Premier League match day 7 Simon Hooper and ejamo as center referee Arsenal ebo Southampton 2 p.m. Emirates Stadium London Cromwell na Tony Harrington and ejamo as center referee Brentford trafie G-Tech Community Stadium na amane Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Aberdeen 2 p.m. and the Madley and ejamo as center referee Leicester City and AFC Bournemouth our King Power Stadium our Leicester Cromwell Darren Bond and center referee no Manchester City about Fulham our Etihad Stadium Manchester Cromwell Peter Banks and Ejamo Ato Acheampong West Ham United about Ipswich Town our London Stadium Anthony Taylor about center referee our gamer make one seminum na abusia say and other fixtures in city Everton fee our Goodison Park na on the Newcastle United at the abosom Craig Pawson and a center referee now for a Dutchna Aston Villa 1 p.m. our Villa Park Birmingham Cromo among Manchester United and Ebo Anim Robert Jones and Otuo Acheampong Chelsea and Nottingham Forest our Stamford Bridge Chris Covenant and Ebejamo as center referee. The last game of 5:30 p.m. the American Express Community Stadium woman and Tottenham Spurs and David Coates center referee our gamer make one seminum na say and a table no after match day 6 in the English Premier League. Liverpool and an LED table no Liverpool 15 points plus of 10 goals after Manchester City City 14 points plus of 8 goals Oko Arsenal Swaya Wamotoso Miensam with 14 points plus of 7 goals Chelsea Atoso 13 points plus of 8 goals Aston Villa Atoso Enum, 13 points plus of 3 goals. Fulham Tosunsia with 11 points plus of 3 goals. Newcastle United Atoso and Som 11 points plus of 1 goal. Tottenham Spurs Atoso and Watchem with 10 points plus of 7 goals. Brighton Atoso and Crow 9 points plus of 2 goals. And Nottingham Forest Atoso Edu with 9 points plus of 1 goal. Metawasem Atu Anim and Anopay in the English Premier League top scorers no saying the city ama more goals the English Premier League no abusia yare two anim say Erling Haaland of Manchester City and LJ Haaland abonomo den watimi ashe goals no makomako edu Afimu 10 goals and was in the English Premier League. Cole Palmer, our Chelsea was 6 goals. Luis Diaz, our Liverpool 5 goals. Brian Mbemo, our Brentford 5 goals. After Duran, our Aston Villa, our 4 goals. Nicholas Jackson, Chelsea was 4 goals. Musala, our Liverpool 4 goals. Ole Watkins, Aston Villa 4 goals. And Harvey Barnes, our Newcastle United. And also Abonomote Etime Asha 3 goals ya don sem ejaw enano play show no live Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live on Facebook Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live on Facebook live NCS best TV station NCS best radio station Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa TV Oyerepa ase efrinyame enti yebabo stories no so at the Spain na oko Barca so ya Frank de Jong say amaka at a chance openi and cry uply and say on what tomato ma young wa dream says ya on sa covid num ade na katwa ni bi hate me free Barca kakra sa because of COVID-19 na Barca pesa one balance am books nti odi asika ni bi hono ma mashi etime atwogu say payment plan ekoso sekwan Barca form abefa so etua Frank de Jong ni sika eti amana demete se Frank de Jong gonna de Hansi Flick aka eti ache Barca penning for sa opesa o si akan eti ema Barca team no opesa otenam eni kwen se okoba bia eno aye reporter minsa ekuta enano pay Lamine Yamal Player of the Month Award September Lamine Yamal and then some etime ekanye onisa on the likes of Iñaki Williams, Giovanni Lo Celso and Kylian Mbappe and Carlos Vicente among and April award na Lamine Yamal then some etime ekanye 17-year-old onisa na the performance our September na a super na ose amana so ha sa wodi afi Lamin Yama HM dudu na ɛna ɔbɛgye nyadeɛ sɛ wagye baako in September nti no ano no ɛwɔ sɛ san toa so yɛwura October yi ɛwɔ sɛ ne performance no ɛsan toa so no afei ɔtumi agye piem na ɔkɔ Rivaldo na so yɛ a ɔsɛ ɛma Hansi Flick ne tiri mu nya no gye sɛn sɛ Barca club kɛseɛ deɛ ɔyɛ yɛho bebree ɛwɔ Barcelona team nom yɛho sɛ Barca yɛ bebree ɔma gye kora gyegye nkuruwa odoɔ sɛ wodeɛ wobae no ɔngye kuruwa bia enti ma wo tiri mu nya wo dɛ Rivaldo wieyɛ ɛna ɔsɛ level no a Kylian Mbappe ɛne Vinicius Junior ɛwɔ no sa level no Lamine Yamal ɛtumi adu hɔ ɛno ɛyɛ Rivaldo ne nsɛm a ɔde ɛto dwa ɛnɛ anɔpa yi Real Madrid coach Don Carlo Ancelotti afi ndiyama hetam koye emfa ema Madrid nano krade lead kokote Madrid ebo Real Madrid ekaba kwa Madrid entimi ante emena nwa Friday Don Carlo Ancelotti press conference and odi to just a dewa kwa affect Madrid FIFA and say I'm play a slow I say build up from the back sending Madrid say transition here fast say midfielders no how much bono mu pian and tentem etema Vinicius Junior mono yanom yan and tentem defense no Rudy Ganom at Militao tema midfielders no yana pass near slow ninga factors are I'm Madrid perform poorly now accept the responsibility as a manager entina manager no asunde I was Sunday morning na oye juma de oka and say nyankopon bo a yebemu different Real Madrid very soon Kylian Mbappe Don Carlo Ancelotti a confirm say and a game I'm gonna Villarreal everybody squad no okay ho na I see followed ninety and I'm Didier Deschamps atunisa at the French national team squad one for Mr. Kylian Mbappe and me anka ho or say on a coach ni dim come on coach ni friend nti issue bia any Didier Deschamps on a Kylian Mbappe and we shouldn't forget that Mbappe and I had a French national team captain na Kylian Mbappe and also the personal ambitions in 2024-2025 and yema Mr. Kylian Mbappe afimu opasa oye ema Madrid ose yenye season na in all competitions opasa at least anko yekra not 50 goals wanya at the Real Madrid anom aye ensema Kylian Mbappe at the atuda Don Carlo Ancelotti at the atuda say Madrid are not still at the level I want the team to be. Baby opasa Madi Kokoko Giano on Don Carlo Ancelotti still ohuye oye ho adwuma enti I was a fans no enya botre at the Amatim Marcelino oye Villarreal coach we go to Bernabeu with ambition and enthusiasm and respect must have Bernabeu hona yakono menye se bia mene Villarreal ho yako ni awako diagro what did be a Pessecoye? Oh, a Pesseca victory. Our Santiago Bernabeu, Nemom, your book is here at the Real Madrid Atletico de Madrid. Obakaya, I'm on Real Madrid, a boy. Now a Madrid derby, Omina, at the Madrid Como, Genu Tota, our Estadio Citaves Metropolitano Edruba B. I'm a game about 10 minutes. Now I must stop the game. No, Madrid players are called dressing room. And there, Atletico de Madrid fans no to Tuniama Thibaut Courtois. And there, Madrid shall go. Thibaut Courtois celebrating. Now I pay the fee at the Spanish Football Federation. I swear, Eba, HMS $50,000, $50,000. A fana ako etia Atletico de Madrid afe section of Metropolitano Stadium no ebusuan form enya se ombetime abie in the next 3 home games. Games makuma sano a partial closer of section of Estadio Citaves Metropolitano and no ayen sema and no everyone toka ene anopay na oko Luis de la Fuente na soya Luis de la Fuente will say we have to do everything we can to have the 2030 World Cup in Spain. Na openi bakaya the last time Vinicius Junior ever cast a Spain for a racist no massa we tuntuma omo hill cry usia kamo tete sa enti anode senka eka ono kwa enka dia I was saying penifo ni say 2030 World Cup no eni kwa say amama Spain etime hosti Luis de la Fuente ati atutam sa Ukrainian ono no obeka mo bia etime atibi say still I was some omutime hosti na amobo final no I was Santiago Bernabeu Atletico de Madrid abusuam Samu Omorodon onum sa Samuel Omorodon American semi nima koye at amana 6 games for Estadio do Dragao Mrantenom FC Porto and what me share 6 goals at the ama Estadio do Dragao Mranteno Samuel Omorodon and 80 Madrid ade to just Ukrainian adentia amoton boy ni nyana modern bontia seba quality padia enka Samuel Omorodon obi na de ntia amoton Samuel Omorodon and say na amopese amo breaking even amopese amo balance amo books no enunti and amoton no ade ama Estadio do Dragao Mranten FC Porto anopay ya confirm sansam no ama wo on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM show them a live our Facebook Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa live on Facebook Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa live on Facebook and see what den say obeshare na wa comment ya we Spain nkomo na no play and see ya we Spain sa Revando at the to just say Lamine Yamal is in the same level as Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior no nene ya again Madrid the fun way Barca fun way money Revando aya again say Lamine Yamal on same level as Mbappe and for Vinicius Junior na you better come on our Facebook page you fi Spain na fe ya ba England na you didn't come on our England and I no play na England no me chance at the fi Arsenal so yeah Mikel Arteta and the atu just ya tear gas no so Kani Dimirikao besa 120 114 ye bonumu duba bia na manfo yam hwehwe wakanum masa entie de manfo kan masa wo de koso tia gas no so ose okam obi atese gas na wo Arsenal wo 96 no wo nyamadwe se wo eyi enti enom ayensema Mikel Arteta etu do se against Southampton on diety Southampton preparation wo de game bia mu no eno a na amote ko Southampton game no ma ano pay ya don sem ato no say Martin Odegaard piano ama Arsenal asesa amonsa kakra na mom they are doing very well without their captain on my update and latest on Martin Odegaard and I say Martin Odegaard captain for the team was say training kakra medical team no ebekoso ama ono Mikel Arteta update about Martin Odegaard da obetim asiakan ate ama team no na yeka Arsenal semi Enzo Maresca akambi ose lavona Arsenal wo Lavona City one and now they say about competing with Manchester City and Arsenal say Liverpool for them Enzo Maresca mfaman ka ho enti dia o ye na chese obetim no ma compete o say Lavona Chelsea one and Chelsea did kunim she goes no ba amu consider bi na bom Lavona City wo and Lavona Arsenal one amu tim no mu compete Mikel Arteta o say very difficult with Martin Odegaard to come back in the next 1 week or say ebia we Arsenal ni na odwin say and the next week ya Mikel Arteta abenya the captain amana sia kan dem Arsenal say that be a better time kaka and ya Martin Odegaard the manager Mikel Arteta and some no Mikel Arteta on reunion with Aaron Ramsdale Southampton and I say one of the best goalkeepers we are say enti okoro ono the expecting say Arsenal game and the promo na the results eba no eno na opebetie Mikel Arteta emra on Southampton reunion with Aaron Ramsdale
Yeah, obviously I called him straight away after I got the news at the end, and he was really happy. He's a player that we loved a lot, that very charismatic, that he really put his fingerprints here at the club in the way that he was, and yeah, it will be very good to see him.
Enti ano aye ensema Mikel Arteta and to dwa for Aaron Ramsdale. It will be very good to see him now. Partnership between Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, legends Dudona a partnership no abaso na ano ana enra yenya William Saliba or Kasaye na Gabriel so Kasa Gabriel on the partnership and I say Rolls Royce no sana on partnership on etie I'm a say question eya juma yebeti Gabriel.
Everyone knows he's a top player and he's a good guy and a footballer. I think he's so calm and a lot of quality, and as everyone say, for me it's complete as a Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce. You're the Rolls. He's the Rolls Royce. What are you?
I don't know.
Best central defensive partnership in the league. Gary Neville says you two are. Or do you have to win something to be regarded as the best?
Yeah, for sure. After 10 years, in 10 years, to the people to remember us need to win trophies, and yeah, but don't need to go too fast as well, because we just started to play together, and I think we played 2 years together, and yeah, we improve a lot, and we need to continue, and for sure we want to win trophies at Arsenal.
Enti eno ya Gabriel no masa Brazil ni we masa beka so bibini o said you didn't na be count nine no obesi apem wa top from the nyansam ketwa o say on William Saliba about for 2 years na 2 years na o improve amo pesa amo ye bi toaso na fe amo win trophies with Arsenal na yanko Unai Emery na so ye ono aye manager ama Aston Villa weekend on Manchester United and a bomb and I say I can't diache Aston Villa plus me say I nanom mote Bayern Munich twamo bill woman timi ante masa mama sa game no mutiri mu nyamode antaya ya te Bayern Munich asano masa sa mutiri mu yamode bebra ade na me pesa me ye over the weekend no entime ema so na my team no is capable of beating Manchester United and aye Unai Emery ninsema odi etuja and na ano play every Ten Hag say ono me o gidie pa sa Manchester United mpanim for no eternity na anyase bia amotanati nti abaga akoda no adidi na chasa no no ade a we expect efi ni plus no aye improvement I was so plus no etim improve na Porto game no amodi atomachi Yankopon bo against Aston Villa this weekend amo pese amotin kunim Eric Ten Hag Adia Tuja say Nukranie ni all good players so because bia United ni good players no boa nemom officer the work is in progress. The boys not training very well. I'm ready for Aston Villa gamer. Ibetime atoja eda echnam Eric Ten Hag and Sir Jim Ratcliffe Enra Odin come on. I'm a say openie. Yenim se wadam for pa any manager na nka boyka kre odisika tom prada sikani kese ye na okasa eya ho a enti nkam ye hu se Ten Hag abatena ana se Ten Hag obekọ wasi o me many Ten Hag de yantam wo ma dam for ma danyina namom mi metra ha mekasa Ten Hag ekọ anase otena nimina ewo mpanimfo ne nsem o ma baranta nom ena betima decide isa said ye tie bia obekọ anase abetena eno ayensem a eno efiwo eba was if you want to win trophies in some areas we need to improve or say Manchester United epese amoji nkru a team num yɛwɔ department bi wɔ hɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmobɔde bɔ no ɔmotumi ɛpɛgyam Eric Ten Hag ahead of Aston Villa.
What is the mental issue? So that is a range, it's a spectrum of topics, and you have to address it right. So this team has the belief that they don't give up. So they have in that range of mentality, and they have a strong mentality. But in some other parts, they have to step up. And if you want to win trophies, yeah, definitely. Then in some areas we have to improve.
See, I know Eric Ten Hag manager Manchester United. No chim say United percent or Junkua in some areas the team needs to improve. You be fit na so na fe you fit Manchester United and then Aston Villa game no you ba Liverpool amakache Gerard Konsa and the two just say no cra Jurgen Klopp ne man opportunity and Liverpool team no na no kwasam ne say one player Osuaniama P at the Efino Virgil van Dijk captain Emma Liverpool say Niama P and Osua at the FA captain especially say no bench and also after games a footwa or the Emma and Codano of say a lot and Ebwa at the Amatim na Aqua him watch him say an slot by no Ukraine a Juma and a slot I at me as papa na Liverpool manager and a slot and a tutor say on the Sabia obi say oh and it's more kata and I'm a person channel so na me so me tema juma obi say oh ebia samina me person channel so at tema juma masa me an slot me ntesa me de minimo say bia don Carlo Ancelotti obi say ai me person su Ancelotti da bi me nya sa me su bia na mum eduba bia mi wia nema kakra me hwe Pep Guardiola nema bia oye beboa me a ne ma wia kakra me kwa ateta ho me usa ateta ye nema bi beboa me wia kakra ene mbo mi so tu ho me usa de na oye ne koye ne ma wia kakra eno ena me die mi coaching me eno aye an slot manager ema Liverpool ne nsema oti to one manager masa man for a bona baso so afi asa our start season fire emfa eman aye Oliver Glasner na say and a slot in your men crown ebo na Liverpool and Crystal Palace game no a bit difficult to say almost 30 year in the season there now so Liverpool masa and you come nini why say katapira no o said you be no piano to form a CC no two see no masa say nkofo no one show be show and a slot inti I was saying difference a different year body here the likes of Dominic Zoboslai Luis Diaz the likes of Mo Salah and from them also and no I am small Oliver Glasner at the Tuja and now I'm play na Mikel Arteta at the Tuja say it's too early. Sir, over J title among for say I say Arsenal. It's me the English Premier League so it's too early. Now how many matches anyhow? This is the English Premier League. Yeah, we are Christmas. No fin baby. After first round, you go second of the English Premier League and a slot. I am manager. I'm at Liverpool and I say, oh, and yeah, I'm for to jump Liverpool. Yanya Mudeni, Muya Bue, Liverpool, Yanya Mudeni, Muya Bue, and dear Jurgen Klopp, Prentimianye, and a slaughter by our baye, yeah. No, Simunya Sanyomoto. And dinner Muya Munyaye. A son, some minyo beer, a bomb in Samanane, Nami Tirimaya, me de Muamoya, and a slot, no, what's that? I'm far. And ya smaba eti anasote chemse enye performance amo performing no na amo se na man for bon baso no amo mutirim enyomude.
No, we're Liverpool, so players are here used to be on top of the table. So it would be very weird if a player at Liverpool then is all of a sudden with his head in the clouds. Is that also something you say? Okay, so no, that's but. If we don't play well tomorrow, people will probably come up with that instead of saying that Palace did well or we maybe did other things wrong. But I don't see this, and that would definitely not be normal for two reasons. These players are experienced enough to understand the league table after 6 games as well, and the schedule we had compared to some other teams. Second of all, Virgil, Ali, Trent, Robbo, they won the league here. Mo, they won the league here. They won the Champions League here. So for them, it's a nice thing to be on top of the table, but I'm not expecting them to watch their mobile every second of the day, seeing them being top of the table.
I know Liverpool manager Ninsam, I don't know, winning the Champions League was incredible. One-on-one interview with Virgil van Dijk, and I Ochemu say, me Virgil van Dijk, or you 20 questions I know player penalty about Joe Gomez the Champions League out there. Now I mean a lot to him. Oh dear, yentie Virgil van Dijk 20 questions are in some training no ebusano na also eyano.
Who is your best friend in football?
I've quite a lot of friends in football, but I think the closest I am at the moment are Joe Gomez. Been through everything together here at the club, highs and lows, and you know we are very close to each other. The other one I would say is Nathan Ake. We became good friends over the years, and families are close to each other as well. So yeah, those two guys.
What's your phone wallpaper right now?
My phone wallpaper is a picture of all of my kids together that I actually took myself on holiday.
Which actor would play you in a movie about your life?
That's a good question. I thought about Will Smith. He's probably not as good in football as I am, but I think he's a good actor. I always liked to watch films from him back in the days, and I think because he's tall and you know he has a bit of a charisma, I think he could definitely play the role.
Favorite Will Smith movie?
I would say Bad Boys 2.
What's a football moment you still think about?
My professional debut in Holland, how much it meant to me and my family, and you know that day I would never ever forget and still think about it. And it also makes you appreciate what you have at this point as well.
Who is your football idol?
My football idol is Ronaldinho. He was the one that I looked up to when I was younger. And the flair he brought on the pitch, the smile, the quality, the goals. We have been in the commercial together, but we did it separately. He gave me a shirt, by the way, signed shirt, so that was nice.
Outside of football, what is your favorite sport?
Basketball. I like watching the NBA. Obviously, not during the season as much because the games are quite late. In the off-season when the playoffs are on, and definitely watch also the highlights and stuff, so I really like watching it.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Sport. Going outside and do gymnastic, I think that's what we call it as well here. I think that's the main thing. I was always the practical guy, and luckily I became a football player as well in that way.
What is your proudest moment?
Being a father and husband for my wife and kids. I think that's the most proud moment in my life, and still is.
Who's a singer you'd love to share the stage with, and what would you sing?
Probably Usher. We went to a concert of Usher and it was unbelievable. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to, so that's the first name that comes to my mind. What would I sing? Probably Confessions.
If you could relive one day from your career, what would it be?
Winning the Champions League. The emotion when the final whistle went was incredible.
How often do you get your hair cut?
Every couple of months, just a little bit. And I do shape-ups every couple of weeks just to keep on top of it. But actual cutting of my hair doesn't happen many times.
What's your favourite kit you've ever played in?
The one we won the Champions League in, with the colour. It was quite nice, it fitted well at the time, and obviously we had success with it.
What's your favourite pair of boots you've ever played in?
The Nike Tiempo. Yeah, I'm still playing in the Tiempos. Obviously they change over the years. I'm always loyal to that boot because it just fits me perfectly, and especially when the colours are bright. I really like bright colour boots.
And see, I know I have Virgil van Dijk and come on, Kansembe Bre. Imam from Oyerepa Niagro. Solo sa, so far here in Niagro. Aha. Iminia solo. Fana here in Niagro. Cra. Because on warrior, young body. Enti, happy birthday to Mrs. Stella Otuo Acheampong, Lighthouse Chapel International Asqua. Omani nyina say Mrs. Otuo Acheampong, Lighthouse Chapel International Asqua. Wama awodapa wani so adi hunumram na bibia uye bia enye fine omo do se maame se de won so do omo as mano nti maame happy birthday na abusua ya to so eti afi Chelsea amaso ye oko Pedro Neto na so ya o se level na owo sisi anom no kranie enye level a ono ankasa ope is not one of his best levels no na office obedu ho onim dobetimaye na Enzo Maresca a good manager every day o pursue as a player and anobabuam ama enema koye ade amana Aston Villa demete echemsa Jean Duran masa sika nanka Chelsea mode peno samano say amu chemsa sika no amatima tum o Durana gise utwa sika puduo ansampo ana wonsa etime akano demete efi Manchester United empedim for aswe HMS still omu 18 come on say ombetimi anu obi after the exit of Bia Eric Ten Hag no obeye adwumani ye ati ama United na Thomas Tuchel demete HMS still amani bako etete Thomas Tuchel wa womu tim come say Thomas Tuchel masa wa the Champions League with Chelsea combine Munich last year ye kakra ye etigra bra number 4 Manchester United team no asosa openino abeba anansa omba demre ene nkrabia ena abeche Enzo Maresca or say against Nottingham Forest one player Washington was soon pa Callum Hudson-Odoi or say Callum Hudson-Odoi a player bakwa going into the game or soon now or believes that the players now say woman wajuma now I'm taming a victory at the amateur Enzo Maresca or say no sa de na wa bonten sebia Enzo Maresca or so team ye or say on take cra baby opese team no kokoduru no enyanru ho na debut catcher the boys ne say a continuous improvement noise around the team monton could focus here no.
I said many times, I don't know last year because I was not here. The only thing I can say, and I said that since we start, that I like to be focused on the things that I can do, something I can control, and the only part that I can control is the football side. All the noises around the club, it's something that I cannot control. I don't know if they are real noise, no real noise. I don't care about, to be honest, because the focus for me has to be. I'm already thinking tomorrow session how we can prepare the game or win. I'm not thinking about different things.
Ano Enzo Maresca no bi na busa solo se na Enzo Maresca isenka penny said you see kasei said the philosophy city and senka Manchester United manager be say and I wasn't come for was say the pressure man so pressure no ba obete enti Moises Caicedo number 2 wa ha after say Chelsea esan me say oye the bulldozer ene samemo amama na o me say ha say jai akwa no me say bulldozer ben afi obi a ahunbo ni say o jiram finfi o chen bulldozer kra ene masa wo bunu agu fom sa wo man process ene adadia na anopay or in some pin na totwa o say Chelsea afi we amu players ani so adu no ene say o work hard Yenwe English Premier League 2024-2025 no na amobo UEFA Champions League nyankopon boa next season.
Yes, all is good here. You know, we are happy to win every single game. We are keep working hard to keep winning.
And Chelsea are 4th in the Premier League. Is that better than that you could have expected at the start of the season?
Yeah, we expect this, you know, because we start in pre-season to do this. Now we are doing this. Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you think Chelsea can stay in those positions and potentially qualify for the Champions League this year?
Yeah, that's the target. You know, we are working hard on that. For sure, we're gonna get it.
ɛno ɛyɛ Moises Caicedo the bulldozer ɛna de nsɛm yi atodwa anɔpɛ yi yɛde amawo on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM now yɛnkɔ Manchester City asoyɛ onim sɛ the Spanish midfielder Rodrigo Cascante wapra for the rest of the season ontimi siakan Emma City na talking town and he said oh and he said Pep Guardiola ebe for Bruno Guimaraes na obesi akan ede ama team na demete etem se Bruno Guimaraes no abusua Newcastle United for nyamadwen se ometono nyankopon bo January and your reporter eka yensa enano pay oko Domenico Tedesco na so ya latest Belgium national team squad or the about Montaigne UEFA Nations League matches about middle of October no and ya say or the Kevin De Bruyne account ho and run central for ebusa Pep Guardiola say Kevin De Bruyne DNT and Domenico Tedesco am fanan ka won simi de mintim na bueno are you ready for game yebebo this weekend na say adekodienti one national camp de minim or say Eda obabe duruye ewo City na ena onya odosronko ete ema club no ena ne France enti ono Pep Guardiola he's part of Manchester City club no ahead of Fulham na somebody chujanini.
They have to bring me the bill to pay. I will pay the band, so I don't want to spend money for that reason. What can I say? Thank you so much. So I fell in love since the first day I came here. I was here. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm part of this club, deep inside of my bones, and the best way to defend the club is winning games and do my job as well as possible. We cannot misunderstand the reason why I'm here, but at the same time, I'm the person, the managers and all the clubs are the person who talk more through all the media to send a message to the fans or whatever. So, and of course, I'm going to defend my club because I trust since the owner, since especially the chairman for the relation and CEOs and all the people working here for many, many years. I know them quite well, much more than any of yours, and of course the people around. But the best way to defend is doing our job the best. You know, every people working here has his own responsibility. My responsibility is try to hold my players in their hands and together to win the games. And this is the best way to defend. The rest, of course, there are situations in 8-9 years that always is there. Some of them unexpected, some of them is more tough to deal, but it's what it is. So.
No, and some Pep Guardiola at the Etuga Thomas Frank. What's the team no? And or say the team in Ukraine say Ocha last year. Talk around Brentford and in your course I feel expecting more now. Yes, 3 consecutive times in an opening minute at the alternative Nina on my team.
Of course, it's in many ways it's fantastic that we've been able to score under a minute 3 games in a row. Have you checked if it's a world record?
It's a difficult one to check.
Yeah. So we of course have checked that. So we spoke to our guys at Matthew's company, and I think they analyzed 1 million games, and no one have done it 3 games in a row. So it must be a world record. Is that okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Of course, it's a nice one. I think the next thing is that next time we score within a minute, we need to keep the lead and win and get 3 points. That's so always something to improve. But of course, jokes aside, we train on it. It's a set piece. We've been training on it for a long time. Then sometimes when you train on things, sometimes you go quick. Then you score on 4 corners in a row, or you score on 3 kicks in a row. Of course, the likelihood of scoring on a corner is bigger than a kickoff. And of course, we trained on it today as well.
And Sama Thomas Frank Eddie Atuga Repalo and Eddie Atuga say and crap James Madison when you kwanya anchor the 3 Lions of England squad na I say it is time I was say sorry now I lifting the game up now feel fighting hard or a good player team there I wanna fan until say otimi epeta the game na oko and Postikoglu na so ya or say Son Heung-min push very hard say obey fit and afi weekend what me asiakan at the amatimum ontim confirm say against Brighton or you fully fit obesiakan and answer ontim ensiakan Fabian Hustler wabanabaso onim say ono aye manager at the Brighton and Postecoglou was why adwuma so na ekwana onam so one day he'll become one of the best managers in Uriasi.
Yeah, great. I mean, he's 31. It's crazy, but it's I think about the age I started, albeit at not this level. Really impressive. He, when he was coaching St Paul, he coached Jackson Irvine, who I had the Socceroos. He's a great player, but a fantastic person as well. And he actually reached out to us and said, "Fabian's likes what you're doing, can he come pay a visit?" He came and spent a day with us last year, and he asked a hell of a lot of questions, and I gave him too many answers, that's for sure. Brighton only been Brighton manager, but you could tell he's just a real student of the game, wanted as much knowledge. He was already sort of a senior manager, and he got them promoted last year, so he was already doing a good job, but he was that, you could tell when somebody's got that sort of curiosity, and I think that's the key for all managers, I think, especially young ones, is you got to maintain that. It can get sucked out of you at times, because you when you get into the battle of, and particularly at this level, of dealing with one crisis or another, you can forget that it's that curiosity to always find out more information. I think if he maintains that, he'll be an outstanding manager. But he's done well. Look, it's probably a perfect fit for him, because I think Brighton are a fantastic club. They're careful about who they put in as manager. There's usually an alignment there, which I wonder sometimes with other clubs whether they even think about that stuff. So he's in a great place.
Enti ano aye Postecoglou ni nsema odi etudwa ene anopay na Manchester City edim komo se Erling Haaland abede penie na fe Western contract eti ama City also no problem se City no money ma diniye area since so bini udiniye o commitment to the person was throw and on say Mastanti na mo me pesa mudi release clause eshim I say Osimum for £100 million release clause and shame na sa kwano yeri shame na tima openo e boss metua £100 million no fa Erling Haaland anom aya reporter mensa ika ene anopay na enra anwumira wiya ho baby na report no ba say Paul Labili Pogba and they ne bonum a drop it the suspension doping honsen sema e buy no na adea a dash screen so no eye ne Twitter emra oyeye after that report no e ba bonten na after the report and a post Saturday we say 18 months per and they say obetimi a survey after say cast action and some be etimi atuagu ba bi kura tomate so no enti January abetimi atwani with Juventus now for match watimi asiakan ate ama Juventus boboko no emfie nan na empem for the tone so nanso cast for court of arbitration for sports cars se said here obetimi asiakan ate ama Juventus match nemom about started training January AC Milan Red Bird Capital said that be yankan ba bia sa yes taker our club no ya ton enti ano Italian komo na ye din no pay legendary former Nerazzurri's captain Beppe Bergomi and they are to just say Inter Milan physically amunya strong or say amubo good football there na mum no joba kan say team no anya strong say bi omuhunye dene our petro so and yansema owura no at to Napoli sporting director Giovanni Mana and they to just say Napoli Dombe bia say Kvaratskhelia on betima send the contract at the aman team no Milan Mayo Beppe Sala and at the to just say amoni Inter Milan and AC Milan na edim come on akwanim ye pa ɛnkyɛ San Siro ɔmbɛtumi ayɛ nsiesie ɛwɔ hɔ Juventus diamete anɔpɛ yi ɛkyɛm sɛ mpanimfoɔ kyɛm sɛ dabi sɛ Brahma atumi apra ɛwɔ sɛ yɛpɛ obi a ɔwɔ experience a ɔba a ɔbɛtumi aboa ama team no in terms of Champions League ɛne league ne yɛtuma compete yie na ɔmani baako tete Sergio Ramos ho ɛsɛ Sergio Ramos ɛyɛ free agent a ɔmotwa nim sɛ ɔmo nsa ɛbɛtumi aka no ɔkɔ league anuma Lens center back Kevin Danso ɔbɛkae no Kevin Danso kaketewa bi na nkɔsan ɛde ama Roma na nakoma ho nsɛnsɛm ti ne medical no na ɔmo si dabi akwa no wɔ issues ɛwɔ nakoma ho doctors na asa confirm sɛ deɛ ɔyɛ fit a ɔbɛtumi asi akan ɛde ama Lens team no Bayern Munich forward boss player Jamal Musiala this weekend Bayern Munich ɔmo game on entran Frankfurt ɛbɛbɔ no Jamal Musiala ɛyɛ out ampo squad a ɔbɛka Julian Nagelsmann ɛde ɛbɛbɔ de ɛkyɛ Bosnia ɛna afei Netherlands no ɔntumi nsi aka ne nyinaa mu ne sɛ wɔpira Dortmund nso Karim Adeyemi ɔmbɛ missing for a month bosome Karim Adeyemi ɛntumi nsi aka ɛmfa ɛma Dortmund Thomas Müller ɔsɛ Dortmund baabi a ɔmo nam no amunam kwan no so very soon ambassador say anti trophies awdo ba ni mo say amo pese amo lucky Jamal Musiala with contract extension amo ria foreign weight no amo de no ebeka ho boss oko France and komo o sisi ane say Musiala o real Liverpool contract na onye na adwen say obeko Saudi on say talk in town say obeko Saudi akojisika boss ya tise PSG fo no ani Musiala din komo pa and most of the fees still born a 1-9 home. Nti so we Liverpool juma no ne te se wakwakoye juma ma PSG mane nyanwa Roberto De Zerbi said that be Marseille players no said you nimo on nye say no who missing Greenwood mo mpeta mo motimburum na de mu yesisi ane de o fem nti boss you be chance to the phone close no sem no etimi esi na show no etimi atoaso na boss unim say abusuana ni abo abiem me am from adin nyina eye ofani mako the late na yi na ba so kosiada nti yema no twede be kan say nyame fa na kransie yi ofani mako na yi na ba so kosiada ebe nti boss area si
ofa omoyeze
ofa for dem doso
okay
abusuana mdoso pa na oyofa ba ko a no da abusuana koma so
why say ebi na abusuana koma so
on say make say oyofa
mo abusuana yi omo
on say boss
ayipamu
abusuana eda ho no obia pe obia asem ba ye yetumi nya nipa bi o ma the love for him no so okay say no dey ho and dey say dey ho okay no dey
the wo of afo no bi ho a
min ka say bi of an before no bi ho abusuana pe say me say of afo not da abusuana koma so e ma e wo mu ka say man foti mi ka say mba we dey me fani nya go mba we dey o kana wa kam yo e bi kra mi ka say
nti wo of afo no maka no
min ka say
abusuana yo
min ka say mo shema no min ka say boss as an purpose of stress me man
ba ma mo abaso because so ujinam 1 hour no stop a little over 1 hour na say oye obi wo be fan say easy 1 hour onko a na pa me kotena so na me hwe na say baba oya ade no wonder usika semu adwuma na dia no mpanyimfo
ana problem obi atoade no
mpanyimfo ayi ne dia ma
obai ka chem so atoade ma asama bo
o na sa oyire de nye entumu unyes ma me ncho ade bi a me ma ya abo me pa zakido a me bo so me so ni twam kanam de akoma me yire de ni nyina akoma no ma ka chen se on kire bi a on de onyi bi de be so fie no mfa de aka na me mfa nko hozo o ye be bo a pa e ma problem bi a ma fie so they say 200 near the bejawa now do tin in the moon well how to survive two part try side in November or the odi ni nyina na dia command say so those say
I don't really difficult to
okay me say me de me aboa me na me susu am mo mpa mo nyae
ade no mo de
o de oji ni nyina na wakọ na de akọma ne say se oni mo say bosom ya so de ba yi ni nti wa hwefie problem enkola no efie ha de oho bia etua electricity ebeto ebetua nsuo gas kola yi ko school a o check 1 month no ni nyina nti so wo ye na ma enya bia sa month no bia school fees ya no ma enya bia na ese me de meti bobo mu a so o yes a de bia there's peace
na boss me de command na se me call juma ba no ka chem se na me bra battery ne ya o sere mi skana
se sa no ono be consult say e money for the immediate family enye ne braba
yeah
say ne bra the problem ba mo be discuss okay but we fie bia wa kon homa de bia o se aju 50 a na the times 30 watie frim enkola ekosku asei watie frim we say insuo canon be 200 cedis watie frim gas ye beto watie frim we ebe watie frim to titini nyina na bi anka na odo nsa pan na ukọ ebi kaso anu ama kakra se ne oso ha nti e ya try we try 1 month bi we onye so ne ja me fe
oh we and just follow it's okay
and ma peace ba no mu yo we say there's no problem now the own mu be ma there's a hustler permanent hustler now mu now so kwan be fa so a amanfo adaru ma be survive ha we say be boa pa nti fa ye yo Zach
so too
and I always the best song.
Oh, we say no na obia wo kwan afọ so a e bia de fie
say na me ma suggestion
ha o ma suggestion
e bia make so ba na adwuma no kakro de be do no be keep on dey end
nso mo do muske mo dia
aha mo dia ni kwa so ka say me yiri wo say njo so dey fabra
de mo do muske mo dia
wo ye bo hustler be ma bia ye bo so ye hustler ni namu jo ni dia no bia no da ko bi also beto shirt bi ama ana da ko bi also be so to bibi ende no nko ba wo de ende oje ya na de ko do baby kwa ultimate the urban account ema wadwuma accountant no
say na den ka hwe tum
it was transfer street no as oh
don't come no ya
that yeah quite now 11:30 ana Premier League this time
yeah
the issues about I want for Joe. That's a American.
O sea, ya no.
Nah, I want for Joe. I want for Joe, papa.
No, look on that. Ya fa bia ma wa.
Double say. Advice we party chairman. Me tap for advice but we dem. Ebe bua ma ho ato problem ma o.
No kwere ya mo bia mo fa nkwa.
Enya we na wa be ni sa no be du ma. Se solo na go to na dia ya. Oh ya, onam the peace be ba ho.
Se fie de obenya so.
Ha me efi asum bi na ya te bibia. But obi wa we ya de ma wa. But also because we the kakra koma ga bi.
Na go fa sama ba.
Boy Francis Mr. Otuo pa. But as a man, I rather them withdraw. Just because attacks and all. Like Ten Hag. The discussions around him.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? And I and Kofor are just over. I say a door so no do in here, and I a discussion of his and the choir so.
Say,
from your own perspective.
Yes, sir. Who follow the discussion inside United? The issue about sacking Ten Hag, the empower discussion.
So usually, and they are in your plan though. By results, pressure
because no more say they are doing a project, and untina Omakoto young players say the target is by 2028. This boy should be matured enough to win the Premier League for them.
We are talking about young players.
Oh yes, I share the recruitment this year recruitment now. 18.
Young 118.
Euro 18. A fan is saying, offer the later.
But today, if you buy 24, 25-year-old, you are not buying young players. So. In terms of the recruitment lines, you know, because all the teams, nobody today buys players at 27. No, but we have a frame to break the rest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking this question because of what you have said about Ugarte.
Yeah.
You know what I said. Ugarte will need to adjust to the Manchester United style of play. And that the way United wants to play, he has to learn. So, do you buy a player to solve an immediate problem and then come and learn how to integrate with the team? And yet, it tells me that you're not a pan.
Is one of the discussion about who coaching on so no? Sinchina insisting on say because your star no our person obono teams have exposed it several times. Your star no United are conceding a number of goals based on who style of football person obono. So if you say because listen, you are not in terms of Nippon Mushi and the Pep. You didn't learn directly. Now I say no, we are junior team na Pep but in that theater, on know directly assistant to if anything Pep Guardiola. Today, he has the best defensive setup in the Premier League. Who say Obiya didn't call Maresca so? Who say attacking football sir? Defending kwao. And now I want to see how they will play against Nottingham tomorrow. Team are also on your attacking mandate no. One made the best Maresca because so far attack you. Maresca ball in no but what they are good is that in turnovers Ojibona Panya no you are in trouble. Now Adentina Ushe a fan is kwaya a fan is saying wo pesa ball na ya hwe place na owo Kwan be so be for so betimi e dey solve our problem no. Until you adjust to situations. But where they are say chinchina this is my style of football. Say you that is how I will play. I won't change. And if you are not changing so too, you are in trouble. And I think that if you look at the profile Ugarte and Kwaya Ugarte ever so born. So we are manager. Ugarte is a fine midfielder. He's a fine DM. So how do you play to suit Manuel Ugarte? This is a question. This is the coach I said here. Coach Ejuma said you find a system that will suit your style of football. Now I'm so to Rashford. One name himself to Rashford is a legit type of a winger. So Rashford now kase o left back no. Uncle invertia, you are in trouble. If who will be to say Martinelli, Sakamu, and Dokumu, wingers are. If you are inverting, these are wingers that will track and come and help. But say Rashford now say your left back inverter, you are in trouble. And a good coach is sometimes how you are able to find a system best suited the players that are available for you at a particular time. Me just say Ten Hag in terms of young attacking football and I say possessive football. Oyane better than Baba Lee's coach if anything Marcel Bielsa. What Ten Hag me so about attacking football say Marcel Bielsa. Marcel Bielsa the least pure attacking football in the Premier League. But Marcel Bielsa is using Ugarte.
Okay, indeed, or enough quality.
Yes, in terms of but I think it's system no. And also finding a system that will suit the materials that no. Chinchina and so that I ask style of all attacking football beyond to the be no beyond Embrano. Only our players now almost hard no. And if you say any problem. Now, Mr. So what's here, for example, Sir Jim Radcliffe and some of one. I say I like him.
he's a very good coach. But the decision is not mine.
Okay.
Because the things are back of expert about. Berada, the technical director, sporting director. So I'm not taking sporting decisions at the club. And your master they say they assess him. No more share the oil. No, if it's good for him to continue, he will continue. There is a meeting on Tuesday. George Glazer is in UK. Say we fly into come and watch Villa game no. Into Obo in the meeting on Tuesday and all the other guys now on Morani team no on Tuesday. So there's a school of thought say if United should play badly like they did against Tottenham on Sunday against Aston Villa and lose badly once again, bet my trigger sacking on Tuesday. So where the discussion is going, they are meeting on Tuesday to have a general discussion about club no in some what they think say is good for the club going forward. So now the discussion happened say after what happened against Tottenham Spurs and how team collapse Porto, if Villa should beat United now that kind of defeat now embarrassing one like the way Tottenham United now bet my trigger and sacking on Tuesday in that meeting now no. I think that Ten Hag, yes, as much as I believe say so what the style of football the style of football is all about say attacking, creating overloads opposition player on into what United are creating chances. Like to create any problem for them. But how to prevent opponents from creating against them and they have I think say whether adapt IAS they don't teach that thing or they or because I say even if IAS team that is their problem. Okay, the semi-final of Tottenham now. After having a very good resource England. I don't know if some could read man or events or take a lead. But at stage, you defend and sail through.
Okay.
But they were still attacking, opening the space for Tottenham to come back and punish them. And I think
okay, so we move to the game. The games.
Now, game yes on Sunday, Villa. Another meet here, Unai Emery. Who's one of those games now? Go to Unai Emery. Say one of those games now. Or Bayern, like I had Diamond playing Ten Hag has been difficult for Unai Emery, and he meets. And I say he will prepare even more than how he prepared against Bayern because Bayern after beating Ten Hag in the first game, Bayern the first match was against Ten Hag, Man United, and was sharing the 3-1. After beating United 3-1, so too, we'll lose the next 4 against Ten Hag.
I don't remember 5 times.
5 times. We'll lose the next 4. 3 in the Premier League, 1 in the EFL. Last season, United actually home and away. At Villa Park, United won 2-1. And was sharing 3-2. At Old Trafford. If we are United Emira, we say, bought such a game against a manager that even though last season the United team but they were still good enough to beat United Emirates Aston Villa home and away. And the other day the discussion about today say, how would Ten Hag approach that game against a Villa team? So to beating Bayern Munich at any stage, and now especially not any team would Aston Villa Bayern Munich at this stage in the Champions League. And one of the biggest achievements that any coach can envisage or bet me in. And the game is very, 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 very interesting on because it bet me decided a lot of factors in terms of coaching, who should stay and who should go. Defensively, Honor again it comes back to how he wants to use Ugarte. Because I say Marcelo Bielsa, Uruguay plays one of the fine football at international level. But Ugarte is playing very well for Marcelo Bielsa. And what kind of attacking football no person Ugarte in team will be or Eric Ten Hag. You should find a way to integrate, accommodate him in your team. Because and then United before the scene now, he's the most workaholic among all of them. And that nipa na obet me etumrika. Obet me winning balls amount on also one chain. Still playing Casemiro who can run. Bruno Fernandes, he can't on track back. Obiani se Kobianu in that model okwa no bra ono so oye off eti it come back to Eric Ten Hag say ono na so find a system a bet me abo ama yenya the best out of all these players no because too much in the heading go share the Villa for especially with the substitute of Duran na or the bench no yes starting game na Watkins best started Onyanya a fine season like he did last season
but how him their best player Robert Morgan Rogers Morgan what you take him out that's what I tell you
yes so Okutabo na
take him out and on a creative dangerously
when he's running at you
dangerously
yeah when he's running at you I na no na no what's the name Onya knock but he played in the Champions League okay. Just say he's fit to play yes available to play it's a team that is on a very good day no the companionship
all right I
think United should find a way and
so prediction you're saying well
more of a drawn game
okay
more of a
that'd be good for Ten Hag and I'm for Abidjan still
no say United if you could draw against Villa or Villa Park at this stage United are now it's a very good result if you are able to draw
I think it's the most likely one
I think a draw will be the more of a drawn game for
Maguire best start you was Obano Abeshe go there
unse now bebre no unse say wonder
Omo suggest a 3-back-4 that will accommodate to Gatti money and there Maguire Alessandro delete and then you should more on Chen to run a probably and also be Buana. Then also a the defensive setup of teams. So
yes,
especially we need a trusted holding central midfielder. It's me Buama. What's me dominate?
So Okobiara to say Tambiano, you have a lot of men.
Yeah, you have 5 there.
Yeah, at the back I'll bet me there you know.
At that started signing defensive name. That was how he was playing.
Yeah.
So the
Obey.
Must start, then you move on.
You move on to this thing. You know, unso buy I've not seen him changing. Unso no. So kind of unso typical.
Let's start.
That guy.
Sir, Kobimeru is available now.
Almost very doubtful.
Okay.
Almost on that the late fitness test to see whether he will be available or not.
And I will get here or can I say me a chance of man he will not start based on the okay. And I what I say?
Yeah, based on the OKD, I just say or doubt about starting Ugarte, but if you go to Villa, now say Kobo Casemiro, because now against Porto, it was so clear. Even say Obo Casemiro, I think say you can start Casemiro and Ugarte at the same time. One because you Obo even though against a relatively weak opponent in Barnsley, but Obo no, and it was solid. How?
He has to get used to a game model. He has to get used to his teammates. And he has to get used to the intensity of the Manchester United game. There are three. The model, the teammates, and the intensity. In short, Ugarte needs time.
And by the time now, maybe I know who because you know, me just say you all times so. But also, who in common now? Meaning what maybe the board or management tells him. But I look confidence
and Ten Hag or conviction.
So BNC, I'm still in charge.
I'm say the greatest asset or one say or conviction. He believes in what he's doing. Forget about what you think. Or no, if you said you're all yeah. And then what do you need? Sack me and let me go.
But I'm doing it right.
I think it's a good trait.
Wait by end of season, no. You see where United are, and those you know. It is also as a better how the discussion will look like at United.
Any kick of Crystal Palace Liverpool, it doesn't look difficult. Where Crystal Palace this season?
This season they are struggling. Some more just 3 points. Omunya win a game this season. Draw me and son of my boy.
Wow.
Omunya 3 points from you know. Now and slot and a rubbish that early kick off you know say stupid. And you say the English media almost say. Slot takes dig at Klopp, calls 12:30 kick-off, complains stupid.
Why they complaining?
Say one time and Klopp complaining. Say your time at Liverpool na a hard team no. And Liverpool are playing that the same time. In the first time I opened.
And Ombusan
say ni view about early kickoff and then you said because you see everything to play at that time no and what you said there be a training point yeah no you train 12 so if we train at 12 then tina obeka say early kickoff no 12:30 no something that is difficult to play and he labeled it as stupid saying there be if the team can train at 12 o'clock then to mumbo at 12:30 and the media they say I dig to club because one time I know complaining pass at the boy then not unplayable because the time on the boy and the also know doesn't favor him when he plays at 12:30 and the slot at 12:30 against Crystal Palace omunya nyamoro dim Nketia now ball at Nketia Eze and Mateta up front the rhythm is not there yet unse coach no one of the games that last season a man no a GD powers against the unse so 1-0 last ending of ending no unse ko be 7 games be winning in that also Glasgow one of those games was against Liverpool I was sure 1-0 and if you look at how Crystal Palace is set up in the team no any kwaya of aswa ombo na it's going to be a very difficult game. So to me, I still want to see Liverpool against an opponent that attacks more because yes, in the Champions League, Omunia very good results against AC Milan. Today, you say AC Milan not any big area because they are struggling that Italy one no. Again, if you take a team like a fan saying now you are almost Bologna. If you look at the game that Liverpool have played as much as you know still and yeah you know that convincing performance you know sir Crystal Palace will need that kind of game now bet me more some season no against United United a lot of chances but United couldn't punish them such chances you know Odema Salam and lose the asthma so you are in trouble minimum how they can be able to stop this Liverpool team from creating those chances now. You who send a hack United team creating against them. I was say who's park no. A game that I don't see Liverpool losing. I was say who's park. If they lose, I think one of those football at me trigger team. It's me man home to once be na surprisingly they get that resource normally I don't see Liverpool winning losing it was a game 2-1 win for Liverpool it was host back against Bubukwa you from Crystal Palace me person me who Chelsea team now against Nottingham Forest I was discussing with and I know because honestly even though Maresca is doing well and or tough for no but I want to see him against a low block team because in the Premier League, this na be attack on. The moment ever call low block, I don't see team on be attack on. Because Ocean against Brighton, na Ocean no against other teams na omu a bomb attack on na. The other say they sit very they go on low block. Omoje bo na no America Kopama or bottom na Moses Jackson ne. You are in trouble. It's the same who against a team that almost and team or yeah, they side and the pan the Premier League as this Nottingham Forest team. You watch them against Liverpool, Crown Fast Liverpool, El Anfield. Who say until last week Fulham lose game in the Premier League. Omabo 6 games, just 1 defeat against Fulham last week. And see, one team very difficult to play. And last week, no money Gibson White, no Oyerepa. Today he's available or to play against Chelsea. And see, we better be sure how Enzo Maresca in a game that they will have more possession. Kwame Faso, Abo Bono. Last season, I remember Crystal Palace against Chelsea in one of those games on boy. And how are Maresca born a ball? If in a low block team, he's able to, exempt his authority. Them so I would say the Chelsea team has arrived because we've seen him against team that attacking him. we've seen him against team that almost equal low block, and in all, with me, I must start at me, and that is also for Chelsea. But so far, there, you can't take anything away from what Chelsea have done. Very, very good on a counter, very good on a turnover, and it's something that is working very well for them because of that intelligence of Cole Palmer. How he's able to just use one pass to open up, to create that space for attackers to run in. Enzo Fernandez, passing very good when playing against teams that are pressing and attacking them. Just one pass, he opened up all those spaces. Normally they're punishing. So game that a bad in play, but I look at Chelsea will win, but Stamford Bridge, they will win, but that convincing side because not time for us to give them a match. How quite for some setup of team, they will give them a very, very, very big match. And so, Arsenal Southampton there, me name their coach, Southampton coach, me name their maybe Ogosian Adi. Quite offer so born out the way, Oko championship, they have born and all born. You qualify back because with that game, that style of football and players that are one day, you dominate them and win and come back. But I'm so who coach of Southampton? We say I want to chinchina play from the back.
Errors leading to goal.
Chinchina or something from the back. Now they are playing with a goalkeeper. Arsenal Arsenal in every post. One of the main reasons why David Raya pass better than Aaron Ramsey. Because time I Arsenal did Ramsey bono or pass it sometimes baby and Lucas say ube who are pass bonache then Arsenal in trouble. So his ability to pass one of the main reasons why Ateta Chinchina says I need David Raya. Who the other about team or say on my pass. They don't pass on that. On pass on that, but see, you see, insist on change. That is the style of football. Anyway, so the PM Emirates, Nanyadma and that Otuo is in trouble. Yeah, I remember no. So my year about 3-3B.
They used to be.
Yeah. On my year, I'm matching me at the Impam, can't you walk out? Nasata no team more or team we but with the style of football they are playing, that ball no Emirates. So the bar Ateta and the guys will press you, win the ball high. Normally they are punishing us all. Until young for bad 3-0-3-1 win be for Arsenal at the Emirates because when one of those games now Arsenal will find a way to win. Also Real Madrid airborne against Villarreal. The discussion about Real Madrid now said from last season, it wasn't a very dominant Real Madrid team, but a team that have individual stars. Last season, Jude Bellingham, the goal scoring rating was no so. The games we are from nowhere. Let Jude Bellingham about Bellingham, Vinicius no Bellingham, but this season. Sir Jude goes now at the moment last season and until now they have to rely on Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinicius set or management teams. Let me stop with Sanko for Real Madrid are in trouble. And you know, and I had a problem from Madrid. You know, they are not doing something like different from what they did last season. The only difference today is that today, say Jude goes to any hobby to bear them when they are struggling. And now, for our story, they are bro. I feel look at it. Are complaining about their style of football and the results. No, the same football on board last season. The only difference is that individuals were barely Ancelotti a lot last season. But against Villarreal, what Villarreal so this season they are performing. They are not like how they played last season. Last season, none your crowd for Villarreal. But look at they've picked up and played very well this season. You know, one game I'm to. Even though at Bernabeu there, you expect Real Madrid say they have to win. When you are playing at Bernabeu, now Mbappe is fit to play. Now no, Obama won't be. And at the Bernabeu so I don't see Villarreal. Even though Real Madrid in recent seasons now have struggled to beat Villarreal. Last 2 seasons, Madrid 3-2. Even though last season Madrid won 4-1, but season earlier they won 3-2 at the Bernabeu. and one team that to recently Real Madrid ye pa share their last 8 games I think Real Madrid have won by 2 or 3. And that's how Villarreal played Real Madrid recently, but at the Bernabeu and with Mbappe back in the team young for 2-1 win for Madrid. It was a game a bet me akoso and Barca will win. Omunya setback now against Osasuna, but play against Alaves them too. I think Barcelona will not make that mistake now. Benchy all the key players because now there's no Champions League or boy players in the international break. And there's not be a dominant players. And I think Barcelona will beat Alaves hands down. Young call for 3-1 win for Barcelona against Alaves. It was a game now. It beat me across them. Conte, I've said it's one of the contenders, and he's a serious contender for the Serie A based on a lot of factors. One, key say on Bobo Biabu, on the Serie A, no one, the other can why Copa Italian on board, also on one match. And he sits home, relax, not prepare for one match, not waiting a fee. While the others are engaged in Europa League and Champions League. And it's a big advantage for him. And the sign is not delivering. And Lukaku scored. Scott McTominay was 2 goals, 1 assist for Napoli. David Neres, Obaye, or make about 3 assists and scored 1. Yeah. And if you look at
4 goal involvement.
Yes, Ushe, David Neres, Lukaku, Scott McTominay. You know more, yeah. I said, McTominay, no Ushe, Mr. I mean, Tiasi. I mean, McTominay, I mean, Lukaku, I want to but McTominay, that's so he's getting the resource, even though Como. Now, no, Oka Fabregas. I say, and Ujaka Krase, also Oka, as I know, Jai.
That's all for so.
No, he's Simon Food is not also more intelligent. I'm your coach, and I'm so to I now have you know.
Oh, for so the Saka crack.
The team
on your budget over
Como, how our boys and the style of football are Obona. I think Fabregas going forward will be one of the coaches now on behalf of Union. Okay. It's a good result for Antonio Conte.
Spanish, so at least La Masia involvement. He also studied under Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho. To be defending you, obey any Maka camera. So bad.
You too.
We'll put this Kakrebi. Oh, I don't want to and
I'm going to go. We have to do qualified player.
We'll protest. Na me nim the MC no so na wo da so ha de.
Me call you MC a ko hwe ade. And if you have farmer so
to make you comment be me say nka wa ha company.
I'm sorry me go here.
Say Syria na AC Milan struggle.
Oh no sorry.
Zakito.
No sorry. Na say Milan da say ga Z10. Allow here.
United that's thing.
Oh, no, we say United.
So, like, to define struggling.
I said Milan, the last time I checked, I said Milan was top 3.
I'm like to who Syria table na check.
No more 11 points.
There one that say.
11 from possible 15. That cannot be struggling.
Oh, it's a struggle, no.
Omoda say before we continue.
No, it's a third with a 4.
Oh, ni pada seni.
How can you struggle when you are third on the league?
Oh, it's a struggle, no.
We're drawing and going, man. And now you insist.
Much the teams are.
Aye.
So, Zakito. Milan she Inter Milan. Inter
team. I know they derby.
Derby. When them me see asem no so near to.
It me me ti asem na am say
and me call ken mo no. Obi complaining you about we no so I had to go there and them so na we don't tell you.
Me te so kabanse na. Now
yankwa
me no to no na me share una am kakra wo me research na me monitor the performance at Aston Villa na. It's quite pathetic, Mr. Tu Ocean Seminumatu Museum. Monday, Eric Ten Hag need to win or get a draw. Yes, sir. China. Seb Monday near Betanasi, and there's a Monday at Tanasia. I send a sack letter and then he'll be discussing if he's not able to. Yeah.
About draw,
draw bit me as Sibuno.
Okay.
But Mr. Tu me share transformation. Una Emerdiama Aston Villa, and I'm who say. Eric Ten Hag grown with you United.
He has always been underrated.
I've grown with him.
You know Emery.
This is a man of the Villarreal called the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. And then against Liverpool. Today, Biana Ten Hag build the team they call semi-final. There are good managers who can transform Manchester United. But I need United be fridge because coach Obefe team no more than 14th in the middle of the season. Yes, we no more than 14th in the middle of the season. And odi till the first full season or you no aka say any pre-season ye ni bibia na odi be di fourth and now they are in the Champions League. Wow. Until when you 24 months impo. Next month and obenya 2 years. Say 2 years, 24 months next month in obenya.
So your man investing more.
Milton investment in drew half of what you invested or am I erecting had. Was spending 316 million as a coach. Even with that 300 you know Emery. Yeah, the transfer be account. Musa Diaby Mr. Two. Musa Diaby Kro Kotor no crown. Or Masa turn back to Saudi Arabia. Until this season, the enemy crown as Ababe Peja. A year or more transfers. And don't forget at the point Aston Villa. They were having financial issues. They needed to sell some of their players to survive. Even after that, look at what the man is doing. Eric Ten Hag Mr. Two, Yebeheno, Nyame Aduma Sunday, but at the first of their Monday, they can manage a draw for him to still keep the hope.
Who can manage a draw for him?
Oh, so not dry, meet me and manage so fine, but anything outside that, he should be fired. And United should get a serious manager. I bet me a transformer club. No, so too. They are any day. There's nothing serious about it. And
but we're over game now. Say he's capable of picking the draw or the 3 points.
He should pick the draw.
Or 3 points, you know.
Yes. That's how it's not question this season.
Yeah.
So
they are beat up.
Exactly. That is the improvement. And the mayor trusted the process. Okay, we trust the process when you give us hope. And you may be jinaso, and the HDA. But there be a banner show. There be a banner show. There's no process to trust. Bye no solid. I'm
so I can't Ugati the and say also Ugati and near mammy answer. Also model on Tiasia. 2 only teammates and 3 or more attacking Ugati doesn't understand.
I saw that.
I can't.
Okay, Lusu.
Ugati might not be the best fit for them. The coach is saying it.
I feel the coach. What do you the coach?
No, sir. Me say Marcelo Bielsa is a better attacking minded coach than Ten Hag. Marcelo Bielsa say I'm both football attacking minded. He's better than Ten Hag. No. He should soon got it to get results. Wrong, they say.
Coaching national team is different from coaching a club side. Okay. So I hear you writing carefully. They are not playing like the normal Marcelo Bielsa side. So that's because how to
physicality
a players or move Uruguay and offer from. Into your coach, you have to adapt to their star. But over a club coach, you want players to adapt to your star. It's 2 different things.
So it means that Bielsa is not playing as he would have done with the club
because Obey Blasters coach, players I want to show on the ball because you team go to play amount. So but coach club football there, you want the players to adapt to your star.
A man who say Eric Ten Hag in Yadia.
Because players now you adapt to the players that you have.
Rodri Pryor. Rodri Pryor. When you listen to the kind of defensive midfielders linking to Manchester City, the profile is clear. Almost style of play, clear. The game model of Pep Guardiola. You see that is the kind of midfielders that will suit his game model or go after. That is how it is. That is where proper Scaldancy is about Leipzig. It's almost about who will lead. When you watch those players, these are players
they are not the cover Ugarte. It's possible, say
no,
it is not his preferred.
But that is where the mistake is. Eric Ten Hag na in you want to start building from the back. Short progressive passes, now move it through zones Now we'll call attacking transition. Now we'll call the sequence, the attacking sequence. That is how you want to operate. Now let's come to United. And to see David De Gea cannot help you. You are going for Onana. You are going for Lisandro Martinez because you believe he's a good passer of the ball, very comfortable. The aggressive aspect to his there. So that is the profiling of players to build the identity of the club. Centre backs, work for Delete, work for Lenny Yero. Mr. To check our guys, they have that thing. But in 3 years, every time will be the most important aspect of every manager be a person building from the back. The heart of the team, the most underrated player in the system. The entire system player no do defense name. I no never bet bear the bridge between the midfield and the attack. Into normally all these coaches check their defensive midfielder. There is a particular professor of it. Oh, they ain't the other side of Manchester. I had here. Matthias Nunes, City Kofane by Calvin Phillips, City Kofane by Mateo Kovacic, City Kofane by Ike Gundogan, Rodri. Some players when you to check your man, what do they have? They are players who can easily go for the ball. When it's about transition, they are not shy of the ball, spreading the passes. And to check the profile, when you know they do not go for any rigid destroyer behind in their setup. And they say Rodri Pride Kovacic number. When Ike Gundogan is playing, you see that. So they cut the far side of the attack. Krana, you see those qualities. Or not just in front of the defense, you see it. Calvin Phillips didn't be a Gary Southgate complaining and near Bonetti. Also permit for that. Or one with this transition, because say Declan Rice here the tackling, unless or the man no progress in the ball. So always check the profile. It be floppy, but the profile should be the same to meet the style and the game model. Oba Eric Ten Hag, that's the same thing you want to do. You went in for Casemiro. In any form, so bet me as Adian. You went in for Amrabat. That is not a star. Again, you go in for Ugarte. So in 3 seasons, whenever you have the opportunity to go for a defensive midfielder, you go for a player whose profile is different from what will suit you. Into where was scouting the same? Was scouting no the same? What's she saying the same?
Pacho, come back to coaching. Declan Rice Ubonedino. The profile will be a proper DM. But Ateta, Edena Bayern, he has found a way to play Declan Rice and you are on a quadruple from goalkeeper no. And his national team need to say into team no no better casting be but your people bonus more Arsenal. So he's come back to coaching because it's a new profile no and a problem no. Because you can still have Ugarte in your team doing the pressing like the way Declan Rice doing the pressing and tackling and all this and no.
They are 2 different players.
One a different players.
How many different players?
One.
Declan Rice ne Ugarte one your pet.
Oh, what is on your pet?
I want your
So you are talking about
defense.
So, Martinez, I think Ugarte much more defensive ability.
Yes. So far, yeah, Arsenal play. Declan Rice. Declan Rice is a shooter. Omo space finders.
Typical number 8.
So them Omo find this space, dangerous areas, normal blocking. Ugarte a destroyer. So them.
And that's yes sir.
And
so blocking or destroyer.
Baby. On set you. Baby Declan Rice even sometimes will move to attack when Arsenal attacking. And when the ball hold up play. Sanyo man unya in Ugarte. Ugarte the end say he just sit in front of your back four. Make sure you put your back four until Ugarte to say
Makelele bisa.
Perfect. Into mummy no are not the same place. On say ade ba kwa Zaki hu ne say not to say so Ugarte
ono so abenya your excellency binanzia.
Okay. Not to say Ugarte.
But see the way Obaye no, I'm surprised at the coach.
Okay. It now the dynamic at you say.
But like to make him to say he doesn't understand our game, he should know his teammates.
Time he needs time, but he says so time no. On the SNO. But he had time to change how Ugarte no. The understanding of said you see born the ball. to the understanding of the coach. With the remember one example. To say Yusuf Fofana, AC Milan fan from Monaco. Fofana is not a defensive midfielder. And Fonseca also using as a defensive midfielder. And he's trying to change some
coaches have done it. My mom, when the Gravenberg. Look at how Liverpool using it.
Now, only the difference is to pick the Liverpool team for a more defensive shape of the team. Men for defenders, for team now defensive shape. Now for Manchester United team, no. Now for Manchester United defensive shape, and compare the two. Reason why some more even a typical defensive midfielder, Liverpool will not struggle because Liverpool team no. So some lose ball. Look at how quickly Omo recover from taking the ball away from Omo opponent. Manchester is the same thing now.
Bruno Mubejina Hoka.
But so bit my mama.
It's ni sometimes the type of the players that you choose as a coach. They say Manchester City. Or they name Oyerepa. City betting have a book Kovacic. For the meantime, said the Bayer be a transfer and they be train Rodri so beba. Yes, they will not get the Rodri type of midfielder in Mateo Kovacic. But at least or the Kovacic best to be because Man City team no Mizoto said the musi attack no say no mu defend.
Matis and Nano Ateta said they are playing the way they are playing now because Odegaard is not there.
Yeah.
So they have to find a way to grind results. What I say. So also find a way and put together.
So that is why he should be fired, you know.
Oh.
So what I feel what the main point and I say.
A year okay. I will cheche mu gata yi. So what cheche bibia mu dada. It will chase the player will need time to understand.
You don't have the time. You don't have that time.
Moto kai United ne Liverpool bo wie na man for blame Casemiro. Me say it's the coach structure and it leading to the problems for Casemiro. On say ne adaptation ne issue kakra. The sign of players near unless there is something happening behind the scenes at Manchester United. Which prevents a manager from getting players he wants to meet the star. That's why any amount alternative be and you're there for UEFA shape. Unless Sane Koso. But if the problems of Manchester United, me told me, they back when me give you a power coach was when he signed Onana. I've said this countless times. Yes. The club Manchester United, what checky coaches now about Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Ole, Jose. No, we now one problem. Limited resources. It's a club or limited resources. That's a whole sign here. You look out for areas. Oh, how super.
But not how is get the goalkeeper who passed the ball.
No, Mizoto. David De Gea was not the biggest weakness of Manchester United. It was a how.
I have feeling. But Mourinho turn on limited resources.
Mourinho
was leaving. When Mourinho was
leaving. But Mourinho so complain was that.
But when Mourinho was leaving, the period of coaching Manchester United, only Man City spend more than Manchester United.
No, the point
and the same
Mourinho.
And they also
the same thing. Also,
no, they can you say.
But Mourinho complain of limited.
Oh, complaining because what could to play aba. And I play and about more discard board they to play. Players into me. What's the changing as to play amount?
Now, which was happening the other side?
City.
It's way.
City kept changing.
Changing.
I got top player.
City were selling players to replace them. Adam Murphy.
Okay, goalkeeper no call PSG.
Claudio Bravo.
They had very.
But they were selling them. They were selling them. Who the end of Monko? Almost was young.
United.
No, never Monko.
So I think there might be structural issues. Eric Ten Hag is not the only problem. The problem might be bigger than him. But on the side, you know,
the other issues will still persist.
A bit persist. So you can get a manager that domino effect in the beba. On no kick and who on any side, you know, ML lead to changes or other places. It will lead to that revolution.
By United for 2 weeks now.
Okay.
The pressure at that club, it won't.
But also one failure Arsenal.
If Arsenal got rid of him, meaning said they know an Arsenal pay. So the fact that they sacked him, say,
and after sacking him, that was when they decided to give Arteta time. Arteta, 10 matches, no winning one. lose 7 means okay draw 2. There was that dark period. Yes, I want to support us. Me ko born 7 games. I ko born the came. I ko born the came. Say omon pamo. What you say? But they realize what happened with Unai. No, they are going to give this manager time. Oh,
I tell they say, "Why am I any money mo he?" First no, ma me nya ibe. Kaza ni PSG come here. Can make sure that could take baby na me tia di da poor no go. They say. Now I don't remember watching Arsenal City for years because Otewa near shows are 5-0.
Yeah,
but now you're able to watch. Just say your best soccer team. So why you don't wanna?
Only why we are 1,000 and this one. That is what I know. So too. I know they trust the process.
I know my coach the time.
Yes,
that's what I want to give the hard time.
Okay, yeah. Because me, I'm not seeing the changes.
But they have improved.
Bam so much. Why
Porto against Porto. There are times in the game I who say they are good.
They are in the Europa League. Mr. Two.
Obasa FC Porto
with Porto, and you take a 2-goal lead. I don't see any improvement, Mr. Two.
Nipa no mama otutu mleka mese nemo delete. Wa we obese magwa.
Okay. So Crystal Palace versus Liverpool.
Wow.
Early kickoff. Slaughter here, Juma. Why heard you, ma'am? So to on say
when you lack na.
It's good. Onyalako.
But on go to play Amponi. No go to the players.
Liverpool as a club no.
They stayed at the top
sporting
of the league
project.
more than any other team.
Liverpool as a club no. Our proper sporting project. They believe in building upon the Omadi Kaya. Team now Obeto it was a well coached team.
Why lucky one he inherited a team and now he says also a smart. No some changes baby. Let me keep them and then move and see. And he's doing better.
Getting the simple things right. That's the most difficult aspect of life. Abrabo send your man I did the fool. Before you realize no be a complicated idea now. When say simple no be a complicated no. Now, that is where you get the simple things right. It separates you from the ordinary people. You know what I'm saying? When you're watching Messi and Ronaldo, also be simple. The same to the Bamobina or the Reno. It's about getting the simple things right. Manager being a buyer and Kobe Junior Liverpool the necessary for. But look at how he's fixing. That makes him NHS when you have a trust steady team, no. The adaptation and how or no ankasa adjusting to the obeto, you know, we adjust quicker, and that is bringing the results out of him. We're working on the confidence of players, the position of players. No, to now if people talk about Luis Diaz and make it look like Luis Diaz now on one group keko. Now if you watch Liverpool, Luis Diaz in the average position within 25 yards to the goal post, not coming deep again. This is coaching. Because so decided say Mauricio Sarri can the same thing chair than Hazard. Or Chelsea. Say Hazard, if you want to get to the Ronaldos and the Messis, you need goals. So obe chiri, now I bear 40 years. Now I can pass ya mobino. You will not be getting those goals because we drew pool and you know break. So limit yourself to a particular stage. Then you tell the left back to be more defensive than offensive. And we role. How you assign the role. So there's a time at the left back, ebe overlap, no ebe create a 2v1 on the left to support the forward. Getting closer to the penalty box, 2-3 touches, 1 dribble, what create a chance. You are closer to the goalkeeper. But it's 2-3. That is the transformation. Keeping the unit, staying true to the principle, and how you assign players to specific areas based on their strength. And not the Luis Diaz, and now we are seeing Luis Diaz. The same thing was happening to Salah. Salah now on Bechiri. Salah stayed very advanced. Because of that, you know, he's closer to the penalty box. Now, so too, if the players, your forwards, will advance area. Now, say, Otraho, Emma opponent now, and bon escape of first defensive liner. Players, ne won't feel if therefore, with defensive approach, ne say me take it. Budget anymore. So you stop the opponent to anymore. Into what steady? Watch the goals they scored against United. Omoje ball no United half because that is where because my attackers are in advanced area, we have to stop the opponent or the advanced area and the final third. Because Mumbai said might be defending with a low block. Marcus or Monfembra Nambeji Mujin anymore. Timonje ball no anymore. And that is what Liverpool have been doing. So a puzzle and credit goes to the manager. I see Liverpool winning. So to a 2-1 win.
So Oliver Glasner, what has happened to him? Because by last year here, he started very well.
Yeah, but it looks like things have gone bad, especially transfer. No? The new guys need to be settled in, and he have some cracks. Yeah, he said,
are they losing Michael Lise?
Was
a big deal.
Yeah, he was a pillar. We have born Obama by Munich now. Also, initially, people had issues with companies signing him, but now more issues in our status. So, man, Moto Southampton there. And when I may share Como game, the game, the ball that led to the penalty, Lukaku Boshe, is the same mistake. Say, check statistics. This season, coaches are realizing most of the teams want to pass from the back. Even Manchester City, I'm for this mistake. 30% of Man City ball from the goalkeeper try center line. 30%. Southampton, 82% ewo mo penalty box no. Goalkeeper ne be ball or ball penalty box 82%. Or 0% outside the center circle. So a ball try center omumbobi. And how do you do this when you are still conceding? Playing against Arsenal so too, we should not even worry ourselves. It would be a massive shock if Southampton to Michel Arsenal. Probably the biggest shock before the international break. But the kind of confidence what this particular Arsenal team anyhow they are operating so too. I doubt if such a thing will happen. Ateta so too massive transformation there mom. I see Arsenal winning with ease. Now moving forward, so to say I can say United there. Something more there on Sunday. They have to come to the party. City will definitely beat Fulham also. So I think say any week a lot of surprises. I mean, City Tenefie, you expect them to win before they go to international break. Newcastle is a stubborn side. They have their own problems. But when your team are bad, Manchester City. But today it's more like a 3-1 win. For an easy victory for Manchester City to move on to the next stage.
But that's it. Yo.
A weekend matches ni buwe hu. It is as a man for you careful. Na one kwa mistake. Mami game bi wo Spanish La Liga nim. Na bema boada. Yemfa enka SMBCC. Villarreal ko Bernabeu. Ene akobo against Real Madrid. Bernabeu dem so to team bi obeko ho bia no enim se oko stadium a holding enye easy so betimi anya results. But yen check Villarreal last 5 matches against Real Madrid na yen hwa DBCCA. This is Villarreal last 5 matches against Real Madrid. Okay. Last season so to 2 matches on boy this was the results. Okay. Villarreal at home ebo 4-4 against Real Madrid. And Madrid show mo 4-1. Ewo Santiago Bernabeu. Then last 2 seasons, this were the 2 matches on in the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid elusu 3-2 to Villarreal. Ewo the famous Santiago Bernabeu. And Villarreal elusu home 3-2 to Real Madrid. Then the Beckham will be their 5th game. That was January 2023, so the 2022-2023 season. Villarreal Real Madrid 2-1 over Villarreal home. If you pick their last 5 matches, team Simi no share, Villarreal and Real Madrid share. Madrid they win 2, Villarreal win 2, and I'm to Tomabo draw 1. Until Chelsea in their last 5 games no mabono. The meetings between Villarreal and Real Madrid are close. You knew Bia or sending Sada Bakoso. Sometimes nyoma bo ha odwene ho asase so a wonte ase yeti e ba bi o ka African players dey emphasis scanning tomo and Arsenal tam sika puduo they call Lille e ko fa Nicolas Pepe no mo de ne ba Arsenal Nicolas Pepe enya a fine season in the French league that time na game no to egusu a ekọ a esesa ama wingers ebe so important na the nama wingers ebe so important ne say usenya winger kra na mzoto senim go hye a na nyame adomo. When Arsenal call France ekofa Nicolas Pepe no, they had a fine winger and a winger the goal scoring abilities also. It was a record signing. Normally you don't get in the English Premier League, especially with top clubs. So most spending says Kakesi no e dey akofa African players. Nicolas Pepe by the two Ankoyi. Surprisingly, player no Bepamu Nicolas Pepe was a product of Arsenal Academy in Bukayo Saka. Into Bukayo Saka so na den Arsenal nya abote no ko spend says no. Fast forward. Nicolas Pepe akone na mam zoto Ankoyi. Baby obeko bi emfa. Came to Villarreal this season and were rejuvenated under Marcelino. Meaning when your opportunity I heard Nicolas Pepe this season. Who did Nicolas Pepe to China? Ivorian counterpart Eric Bailly. Eso Casey. Sad talent na ne wonu before Manchester United turned from the same Villarreal. Inti ene game no mo kwa akobon to a game one. The importance to Nicolas Pepe to how Villarreal born is so important. Among for any share down called Villarreal so to what the La Liga table. Barcelona at the top of the La Liga with 21 points. Real Madrid are second with 18 points. Villarreal are third with 17 points. Real Madrid did defeat in the free Champions League in Mobile against Club FNC Lille. Eti game no more born and no. These are some of the things I'm a person amount for any call a game no. One, Madrid will come back to their full strength squad, especially Kylian Mbappe back into the team, starting Rodrigo, Vinicius, their midfield three, Fede Valverde, Tchouameni, then Jude Bellingham, their back four, Dani Carvajal, Mendy, Eder Militao, and then Antonio Rudiger. In post, branch friends Andre Lionel because of Thibaut Courtois injury. It tells you say a game at Real Madrid will not go and experiment to some little game, no. By one team, Amzoto, Omubetimi caused a lot of surprise this season in the Spanish La Liga. Marcelino. Marcelino is a fine coach. Any clubber, when your opportunity to coach in the Spanish La Liga, Amzoto, watch BB. Still, people ask questions. Why top clubs are not chasing Marcelino? Top clubs like Barcelona and the Real Madrid. Simone die see him say Atletico Madrid team no wajafa nya do be je team ne na je team ni china nze ni team oba asase so nyankopon yes nyankopon so coach ya Atletico Madrid and Atletico Madrid for them so nyankopon aso mo bo say asase so mo coach ombenya ye Simone to mo mi ewo he
where be 10 years or more
it can be possible eti bizoto a game I say very careful especially adeba kwa Villarreal for and they say they are find a way to have a very good midfield. Papi Gay and then the old Dani Parejo. Dani Parejo is like a wine and spy. So to there be a old Jinaboma Ede. That time be the wine be Malbiano. Ya de Ika to my house idea wine they taste me a kama. Sana Dani Parejo here. I'm yet to see a midfield I'm so too. Was so share Dani Parejo in the Spanish La Liga. And the team cry Shana. Save midfield and is what dominated Dani Parejo. It's in them ever say me won a battle between only Fede Valverde. How Dani Parejo will direct play for Villarreal when they game on the club defense Real Madrid. Very, very difficult game. To be on the safer side, to go both teams over Villarreal and the Real Madrid game. No, Barcelona will play against Deportivo Alaves. Yes, Hansi Flick accepted some defeat to Osasuna. No, even though season is too early, then can you also your rotation. Deportivo Alaves are also not enjoying a good season. So they are 11 for the La Liga log with 10 points. Barcelona with 21 points. It's 11. Barcelona win. Kakrabi in the Italian Serie A. I said they can Juventus. Napoli. Eshe Como by 3-1. Fabregas will be coach Arsenal. And now they will coach Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Now between Arsenal and Chelsea, Hena Fabregas is a legend. Say
Arsenal. So also Champions League or did so did Arsenal so and Jeffrey.
Ose.
But
Fabregas na so a legend was Arsenal. And I say
and some of coaches or kind of
oh one can be
on your Google on the sea. Some of kind say well who Morino who coach or say Morino that. When as a mega spotted you as a 15-16 year old. Now could be Morino whole 1 week back. What's on the year there and oh yeah, Chelsea legend.
Game B Basu.
And as you choose Owen also yeah, cause a Liverpool legend. But also gravitated towards Man U.
Michael Owen. Because on say normally Mizutu the entire players are more cross from Liverpool to Manchester United, then Manchester to Liverpool. Okay, the story of Gabriel Hensey.
Yeah, you know.
How Alex Ferguson frustrated the transfer. How am I Gabriel Hensey uncle Liverpool? It's when you are a Liverpool player and found never be a fire over. Now come Manchester United. They don't see you as one of their own. So now a Manchester United player. But how funny me no dia so we ni ball party and go born Liverpool.
That is Arsenal there so no.
Na mo problem be na mo Chelsea so Tottenham no call yan problem. So Arsenal the money Chelsea ni problem yeah. And they say my build the rivalry be.
Anyway, some problem na the Champions League
abala. So mo the Kings of London.
Oh, Champions League king.
They no mo the Kings of London.
Premier League now. Who says as I said
na. They say am abontin kokon Okwani about team na da okwani about team na da ho.
Yeah, the League 13 FA 14 na. Omo ma DJ no kakra but the champions are Kings of Kumo.
Am we the Kings of London?
Chelsea London Kings all call and your Kings no.
Chelsea are the Kings of Chelsea are the because you Mizoto Lipe Biano.
Airport the first person be Shano.
Obi
did London come on.
Arsenal come on. Team there. Wa ho den dem tutu. E say okwa abontin na kwachiro me masem. Na da bia wo de otifie na wadane ayi kwa abontin na kwakere wa ho de nsem eno na Chelsea akoma koya a omode aba no nti se yakeka ni nyina afu ade a Chelsea are the Kings of London.
Oh, they can't.
I don't know.
Champions League no more Kings of Champions League.
Champions League mo bobi. Yeah. Champions League crew and them to men to na see.
Say some the sa agro service once I got the Conference League aba. What do you want
here? My reviews of Europa so
Omo Europa.
And omo share mo Europa final no.
Fene akwa no ebenze.
Why?
Mauricio ebenze. Unai Emery.
Omo share mo.
Unai Emery.
Eti Chelsea na no say na to London ho de. Omo agi aboso. Temunye bibi. Okay. Torino ni Inter Milan game na mtutu mbese ye hwene kakra bi. Two teams omo bought 3-5-2 system. Omo nyina bought 3-5-2. Na say teams bi no hia na obi about 3-5-2 a ade ba kwa say okohwe game na ho ne say game no spaces bebere nim a opponent no ba ko beka so benya opportunity to score a lot of goals nti ne Torino game no muni Inter Milan e bo no me sure say goals ebebem enno so by in Italy omo amage omo about 3-5-2 na me age omo tum ye Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan ade ba ko so esi wo Inter team this season they say yes, you cannot call it a bad season based on the standard norm set last season. Because last season they started well, winning most of their matches. At this stage, they were on top of the league. Yes, Ubetimiaka. This season, of course, forget about results, no. But there is some danger to Eba on the Inter Milan team. And they say teams are finding ways to create chances against Inter Milan. And only at the
I got that. The same you will not accept Accra's as Kings of Ghana. How?
How can you be Kings of Ghana?
I got a how. Because I didn't mean.
Why did you also
expand the argument.
I said, do argument no? Chelsea are European champions.
Because they've won European.
But all the other Ghana league na kutoka jiseo. Outside on zwa wa jiseo.
They be asked for no kabum trio.
You call Olympic Games, you call Olympic Games, you see you gold, you were bronze, and you were silver. So I'm saying, you call Europa, you were Champions League, you were Europa, and you were Conference League. Over Africa, you were Champions League, you were Confederation, and you were Cup Winners' Cup, and you were Confederation for your Beckham, you know, and you're in a back. The value of the Champions League. To so waje ba kwa no bi so je Confederation Cup ba kwa enye pe
Fawaz in London for no Otuo from London said Jibo London is red And has always been red.
Yes.
And it's always been red.
Because for our is a national supporter.
Yeah, quite
a game a very close. Torino has started season here. And surprisingly, beyond the season, the first game of the season, Uncle 2-2 against AC Milan, it was San Siro. This is what they are doing. And may sure say, Omo share English football, na omo new opportunity to watch the other leagues no. For the past by 1 week, me who adili. When Manchester City are linking with Samuel Ricci and now Samuel Ricci of Torino, people were asking where do you free him? Because that is normal for Omo Premier League, you know. So to them say. Bidoto will grow into the next proper deep lying playmaker with defensive qualities as a holding midfielder. He started this journey at Empoli before Asana O move to Torino. These are some of the opportunities Amamo Premier League to move towards set players. Players no money bobo as no Premier League in Kwano Mobo. It is a what say Manchester City is being linked with this player because of how the City scouting system no juma. It's there to find opportunity toward this player. Quite a tight game. But Inter Milan with the experience no to Mamema Inter ABS slim victory be a 1-0 be ewo sa game no. Then Ochina AC Milan bebo against Fiorentina. Ewo Artemio Franchi against Rafael Palladino's Fiorentina. Palladino kofa Italiano ejuma no. Na Italiano ejuma to Fiorentina pa. They said they kofa Morta ejuma wo Bologna no. Italiano call Bologna no. He's struggling to do what Morta wo Bologna. Saasuna Palladino every Monza call Fiorentina no or struggle to do ejuma na Italiano wo ho no. Enti ase wo mu kakra and say the way na Rafael Palladino Emma Monza team ne bo no. Yes na Fiorentina bo. Most times at Monza no ball with 3-back system. Italiano free Fiorentina echo Bologna. The way I'm more teamable, especially with the high pressing, and yes, I'm Italiano teamable. Even though these two coaches are possessive coaches, may come out and Italiano. Enti amanyo emasha sena yedin kakra. Fiorentina, zoto, ensheda mixi players bebre. They still have some of their good players. Even though man Maxi Milinkovic to a year Nottingham Forest in the English Premier League, but I still think they have good players. AC Milan players now and they are trying to understand how Paulo Fonseca person mobile. They have a bad first half against Bayer Leverkusen, but in the second half, how Mu grow in confidence, took over the game, a control game, a direct play, started creating chances. In the first half, now Bayer Leverkusen created a cheromono. HSA the team is growing in confidence. It now will be another test for Paulo Fonseca and in the team offense AC Milan say stage Ben no moduru with how Paulo Fonseca say AC Milan team nebo and also see a game I'm to it will be tight but Mamiko 2-1 for club offense AC Milan. Quick one in the English Premier League to Crystal Palace for we man so petim back wa wrestling Omati Liverpool pa yoma especially at Anfield. No man Liverpool call be 42 games be unbeaten. Ewo Anfield omoko says our record no. But almost season in Koye. And open Nazak now will come front three no. A binketi a matata and I'll say eze.
A berry is
but Kawedi me to attack with you. At least for Premier League table this is here. Cause some attack need to dabe between 7th and 10th.
But if you are not read them no.
Because the way they are struggling is but let's see how they'll play. Bologna finding a way to play against Liverpool. Games need be a chill coaches how to play against Liverpool. No. But you're sure said the Crystal Palace could be a game. No. When you play against Liverpool, you don't stand 2-2 against them because you know more. We cast on Liverpool tiejina enye. It's in a game now you go between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. No. Your bumpire say adia ba kwa Premier League so na ba kwa match and say early kickoffs na start the surprises score na. Nancy ayen na but it's a key to Team Manchester cause of Brighton here early kickoff. Na pam. I'm that for me or more woman. It's a game near but a possible goal of team. Arsenal will win both first half and second half against Southampton. Manchester City against Fulham. City will win. Bidoto Ochina, the Aston Villa Manchester United game. quite a difficult game.
Close.
Yes, but say minumio no J records dia. If there is a game yenya confidence kakrama coach e friend say Ten Hag e ochina game no. Say ye records nko adidi a yenya gidie ma Ten Hag kakra. And say in their last 5 games, our Mabono, we winning 4 and we lose 1. Last season, we told Omoko share Villa Park.
Yeah.
Okay, the last. Okay, the McTominay go no share no. Unim the entia. Ateta na no. Ono na ye no hojije for. Sorry, Ten Hag no. Ono na ye no hojije for. Oko problem bia ma zutu ofani we no the be too much is be in ho free. With different approach. Okay, so I game no question Villa last year. Was it April or February?
Problem no so what?
No, back to them. A game at Manchester United, on a low block and started hitting Villa on the break. And they say, Villa team when they are playing against top teams, here may refer top teams maybe Arsenal, City, Liverpool, based on how our Premier League near last season. These are all attacking teams. It's the Villa and they say they go on a low block. Use the pace of the attackers from their hit opponent. You know. But against Manchester United, Manchester and the Liverpool, the City, the Arsenal way. Manchester rather City. Manchester team no players na my head. The last 3 games no but Mashada Hill. So mo pamo Ten Hag. Omo go for Allegri.
Allegri.
Yes, omo go for Allegri. The team is fit for Allegri. Allegri team. Say Mzoto. Based on the equity, Manchester will need a coach or buyer. Papa, best at your results. And Allegri so yes, our coaches, you know. And they say at the point, me transiting in ratings. I don't know coach sometimes on quarter back. And sometimes quarter. What their game against Porto? For the first 45 minutes of Rashford, the best game this season. Look at how he was using his pace to torment Porto defense now. Okay, o say the weakness and it's our match me defend it. By the strength and it's to team attack. How do you get the best in this player? Find a way to fine-tune your how you defend. Say na we defend it. Say what did you talk to a you also want the best in Rashford because I don't know in your form of goals. It's here then sometimes on quarter back.
Any changes not so hard.
Yes. And to the car, a do stage beer. And Kaomo Martinez on the left. The late Ewon Finfin. Maguire on the right. Into training here.
No Mazwai
no about Mazwai, no about Dalo because especially Dalo. Omo attack here they are very good. Then I made 4-3. Zutu. Ubetimi abo Casemiro because in this sense no Casemiro defensive in so better kakra because the defense will be tight. Etubo Casemiro wabo Kobmenu Ugarte. And now the Oboko no Bruno Fernandes. And now you can even go with midfield too. But about Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. Then you play a front 3.
Of
Rashford, Garnacho, Zexi or Hoyland.
Zexi is very confused.
No, sir, you be
I don't know take you off from
about environment too. I mess never on the Dawson. Then say obetimi
the break obehuna na the life na na
anti me there records kakra da manemi
okay
ema me hu say a game I don't think Manchester United will lose. Until to Yema United go game. Yes no. There were teams here this weekend. Oma you know to the games omo bombe shego.
Okay.
Until they could go nkwa.
For one more.
With the teams here me bebo omo din. Omo games no mo bon e dey omo shego.
Okay.
Man City.
Let's go.
West
me yen sir.
Aye.
Go. So don't kakra bi.
O dey that team dey shego. Enye te unya ne ye a. Ti dey me dey ba mi to e be 20 teams o.
Obi a be shego.
Into the chroto. Man City be shego in their game. West Ham be she. Chelsea be she. Real Madrid be she. Barcelona be she. Levante be she. Leverkusen be shego. Dortmund be shego. Marseille be shego. Lyon be shego. PSG be shego. Inter Milan be shego. Juventus be shego. Sporting be shego. Benfica be shego. Porto be shego. PSV be shego. Feyenoord be shego. Ajax be shego. Galatasaray be shego. Then Mr. Gent in the Belgian league.
One Arsenal go.
I'm about Arsenal.
Okay, Arsenal go.
Yeah.
One United and go.
I'm give the money.
Sana last week as 2 weeks. Okoye ameka kaya wenti no.
United. And this is say.
Them bombs almost say you. Almost say.
Oh, na money
sana. Oh, go back there. They will score.
Nyabo 3. Zutu nyabo 3. Nti the make can say. Man City be share. Arsenal be share go.
But I'm for United.
West Ham be share go. Real Madrid be share go. Chelsea be share go. Old Church there. Barcelona be share go. Levante be share. Leverkusen be share. Bayern be share. Dortmund be share. Marseille be share. Lyon be share. PSG be share go. Inter Milan be share go. Juventus be share go. Sporting be share go. Benfica be share go. Porto be share go. PSV in the Eredivisie be share go. Feyenoord be share go. Ajax be share go. Galatasaray be share go. And then Gent in the Belgian league.
So and Manchester United be share go.
Miami and then
Miami the Manchester
account. Because relevant for Abu Goles drawn.
Abu Goles draw.
And then the SA would ban into Munin film. Send the film. And my home game. I pass on Famba.
And that's a salament.
And the Manchester United show.
They be facing Milan show.
Manchester United go back against Aston Villa.
Na born here 0-0. Say Manchester
United will score.
0-0 say Manchester.
Last one 3-3 nko. Aye defense na ya.
0-0 say Manchester ya dey.
By Bible draw go 2-2. United will score. Okay, me Miami there. Zabi chocho. We United be come there. No bet. United is go.
But on a more negative goal difference.
It's because they are conceding more.
When I don't call for United to concede more than to score.
But you have a fee.
But I know how to focus, Bobo.
Nah, I know. Say that I'm sorry, you know. No, can't say too much. Me share house in nations board. Me tell say me share boni di ah. Any say ba na say both teams na was na say say boy am here there because two teams na me here on do 1 the quality of their play me can't game na your career na do quality of their play na form un share dem coach bi a wo share da ye bibi nwa so bi a and obedi do get na ha supporters see bo mutin na baso na say eh and ye ball hwe no obe problem kakra wo ho I say yeah win then I me home near aduana again am say ai ade ne na aba no so ma hwe no man ka no crunch ro mutim zam to there be on be chase coaches okay no mo bo mo
you are ezana abeko no so very free the CEO of Yasman Rural Bank papa madam Fnona me no was am so poku or say no color can overtake the red so London will always remain red. You won't go for so what London abundance be for em was all the can Udu Krumwa red.
Oh, Mr. Pokuti. Champions League ni there. Ujibia, Mr. Poku. Champions League crew ani there. A 10 league trophies.
Anyway. So when Azara, my intake coach Watara on Salim. What he said about Salim, and Govofi said he was a bit harsh on the player.
Before we started the warming up, I'm not happy about some attitude. I saw it with my players. That's why I tell them last time, when I saw that, I knew the match would be difficult for us today. I'm the coach. This is don't listen to me. You listen with the people outside. That's the kind of the result you will get. Because today, we didn't play well. We didn't play well. And we missed some important things. When I saw the defense of the team are tired, ask Salim come inside, won't make the difference. When he's coming, he's tired more than the player will go out. That's why I'm not happy. Because it's starting the warm up, all these things, I tell them, it'll be difficult for us. It's difficult. I don't want to tell the details, but that's the point.
No, I can't help it. It's not normal. You know, you don't play with a game today. I can't be so confident. The boys, I think everything is easy. I'm telling them on the training ground, I'll tell them before the match, I say this match is not easy for us. Don't think say it can be easy. He's taking it, he lose concentration from the first half up to the 5 minutes before the end. We lose concentration. But seriously, I'm disappointed because this is not our game. We have played badly today because also many pressure. The boys are putting the pressure on himself because he think everything is easy in the football. The high level football, no, anything is easy. Everything is difficult. To win the match against one strong team of the Ghana League, I think he must prepare well, psychological and everything to prepare to go and win.
Mizo too. And no, na Accra Sports Stadium there. All attention. Accra, Legon Sports Stadium. Mizo too, after the game, you can see Sena has a cheetah for no me disappointed. You see, has team no. A fee a beer and Timmy Yomafe. A fee relegation common on Mumbem, but league in common also no bedding. Sana has be na omo good team no moment ni anebia omo improve squad. So mam san ye 10 nko 15 nko na ya san head ye besi bi because two has players no mo signing the obenya ani. And now, see Watara so I stubborn. And now the fans were questioning his decision making. Dennis Kosa, Michael Ampedu, and now if you team so Kosa the mama na baby atana.
I don't
see commentary no. Na support e big na kwa yine your commentator na chi. Eh, Nation Service 4, munim na mbedan e ka biema bongu.
Blaze on toy no.
Ai number 9 no. Ai. Wabeka no comment no ko. Nation Service 4 munim na mbedan e ka.
Na is not a good player.
He is, but on say
no, the star
system no.
The star.
Ubia be capable.
On say Nations. Sorry, Diego no. The style of play no. And what has here no. Like entirely. So oye box striker and then say bobo no. Tenten mame.
Shoulders.
Na me huri na me fa me team pem.
No be me fa.
Obi me fa nko. Enti saa ball na obo no Nations. Enti we no go o she ina you float ba no apem panya no ahye. But at House of Folk, you are not playing that kind of football. Enti no. No across so. Enti ono no de ni gina mu a. Ono ball na yam ball de onya onse na nya de say that kind of.
Now also munko he go the share against Kotoko Fred Kasari. And I did 2 goals or share Kotoko Baba and Dios has no Kotoko ball democracy cup no share. That is his type of goals.
Our family are on Kaho.
Na so no last in league na we you go back.
Yeah, no, I think he scored 10 goals for Abrankese.
I said he had to go.
You need to
break down.
Maybe I should player shed 10 goals. Our league name. Nemuna home. Now one year we are. Now we are top club. Now Copenhagen. As I would now we are assessment here.
Oh, Sam.
So the options available no. Not this.
One year money Ghana.
Quite we are.
No foreign CBA.
Quite we defended. Omoko Ebohoma, then the attack. That is where he is.
Sir.
It could be the reason.
I'm to experience of Ghana League. Mupa.
But to onset, Diego say no. Na Kotkwechita for Kotkwechita for Bissau nations. On says the Obisa. No more Kase Mupa. Say Mwakotoko. Yeah. Omokase Mupa.
Na why?
Diego MD.
He's not a bad player. But if you judge
Obiti men of joining nations.
As a Legon cities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Legon cities. No to Koyamba and Ophelia.
Oh, okay.
Go to on say
that.
Whatever young.
Sir.
Also Simuntem. Oh, Simuntem. Your guys need
them.
And only more than 26. They'll go not more than 26. We are mentioned only more than 26. Me too on say o judge a fish by the ability to fly. You'll be making will be a big mistake. How to fool team in the home. Me from almost first game was a mechanic. Players now has a sign here. Baby any go stars. Okay, teams a revolution. Baby any can home from Poma. Good. There were some of the players if baby any by house now. They decided say they won't work with them again. their new project I'm build up baby and almost said they won't help them. Into Amufa Yaya Adram or 27. Okay. Yaya Adraman and Obi Semauli wife.
1997.
Baby and Go Stars decided say Omo call above them for other players. And so to look at Baby and Go Stars, they are third with 8 points.
Yeah.
I don't have to fly as a cover draw. But to me, summer test a cover draw or summer boy. These are venues you know actually. Because from wants to take it, this is some of the players need to some more common
Send home matches me, you know.
Yes.
And about draw me.
About draw me, no away.
8, just like Otoko.
Yes, just like Otoko. On the Kotoko, you know, 8 points. But I think it's a good difference in the market for that second.
And you was saying, medium, I was saying.
Medium or 9 out of 9.
I'm about 3 matches.
Yes, 3 matches.
Tomo 2 outstanding games.
1.
I think number 4-4.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Has
All
number
right.
5.
Okay.
Has number 5.
And I has that what points there?
Or 5 points.
The 1-1-1-1 per
No,
each
sir,
year.
we need against Bichim. And a ball draw against Nations. And a ball draw against Ediana.
No, I lose 2.
And we lose 2. So 1 win, 2 draws, 2 defeats.
Okay.
And our negative goal difference. Yeah. So I think say has team it will need time. Coach in Ankasato is not helping matters. We are not seeing them. And now Ediana ball with 10 men at some point in time. And that's where you expect the team to capitalize. Salim Dia Mr. Tuwoke. Coach
Salim Uba Park no abre.
Or say no who said Diana for that.
Marino Suba no.
Into the Salim Uba so on farm what the embassy and money team in Dinkunim. Or the Salim Ba and Salim Mum. Eba no abre or more. And no.
How?
So abreching the obey free.
How? Obi o mo board o better abre.
Next say we that say warm up na ye. And to warm up 9 years as a coach, you should be able to see it. So when you know, it's a Juma coach now, a Juma coach and all power. So to because to
okay.
Pressure crowd nations. Or Master Diago, Cassie Mendelssohn. Now Osha has sent your coach and I say,
why comfortable?
Why comfortable? The NHS say go nations there. Come on, time not a dinner fab, baby cratch. It's on to me, but has team no a lot of people and the next game will quite weak. Into 3 final bob draws here. Or yes, or maybe
Zelim Billy.
It also a soldier crowd. Also 5 points. Also 5 points. Then you have yeah, then you have he has young apostles not to turn your me. Moto Kotoko game against Accra Lions. This is it.
Injuries the same.
Injuries that Samba started light train personal ones. It's smart.
I told Wednesday to be okay.
Yeah, omu nyina oboase. Omu nyina oboase, omu ambakwara. Omu still oboase. Nti sa team na sa squad na and obe use omu for the game obebo against Accra Lions. Nti enekura ni so be training ne no chinoma bo game no. Moto Kotoko that second position. And I will say this. Say Kahaso folk team no so too. The fans and despite game na inflow no. Say komunya winner, komu kasa ne be different. But Asante Koroko de no so too. The issue is on ball na efe no and total dominance ne by but opeke results. Inti emane din so obeka say oh coach because the results is the most important thing.
Okay.
So as fans of Asante Koroko, pressure no and say bafom. Now say one goal project, say Kotoko one goal project. 4 matches in one goal. But you have to understand. Well, to me from where I sit, you know, me Kotoko team in say how do abem. And they say you to me start game now be 7 new players. Or 1 match mu. Now old players be 4 be. Now I'm more born. Me who say 4 ne 5 ne 6 ne in term pass wo. No to league na nka say born kra no. Clubs no 3 goal margin ebimba musa wo. Because you started for fra 1 2 now we build kwa ye koya nim no. Na afi na amanfo say asem so to aswa ton engine for fresi cam no. O drive na engine mu eden. Esi ebie. That is what normally happens.
Okay.
Yes, I know fitter for the mechanics the mechanics. So
what to be to come na say
I check pa 5 years ago we cry.
Away.
Mama Obed kai.
Away ba.
Two free baby otina. Oba na obe pack wo I think I junction.
On bet traffic the fuel we are.
Can't be traffic man.
That so I think I believe Kotoko will get a win against her. They should get a win. Because Nipa Beko, Manyan said 3 buses near Dina Antina. Nipa Beko
5 buses.
Kumasi Hankwanti. Inti
Okoyano go through me.
Just a ticket pen I'll bet you. And I say so 20, 30, 70. Inti na say emu osoro kakra. But we do Kotoko boase ayo modo.
Sao?
Ayo modo.
Boase story no obed. And yes it is no.
Sa.
There is more to it.
Say ayo modo.
And the team ni Kumasi be monokra no.
Aha, sasa me patri.
Yes time.
Zaka so omunyo mbaba afiwe nyina oboase.
Ombe baba ye. So omobo Wednesday game no team ni ka oboase. Mama ba. But me so mbo we. But possible say initially not the plans was ebi omobo be 2 games so. But from the air call no, to only the air course no there.
So to help me about the whole season.
So Kroma say no. Since start and scheme eba ya na afi yi Kotoko enhance matches nyina both women away no omaje league na baako pe check the winners of the league when we started showing Kotoko enhance women away games on TV ona obuhu say e chechiri for na yin your matches no omaje league na sa Kroma say die no ko mu say if unya sa you are at disadvantage me catch obi say na no nso atrema mbo na papa na te no Kumasi anka Roston ko beje ball no because Kumasi oji sa ball na we free enye say enye if that ball no oji a obi anka hwe nkyerɛ because ball that bit me ati penalty on any day Kumasi oji a we free because the environment will protect you. But Obuasi, Okwajia, you are in trouble. Sabono. Nana uncle for every day, no. You finish Sabono, so Atrama, Entiomo. When they are playing at you can't take that penalty against them, or so Atrama penalty. Sabono. Untin Geno Domantio as a penalty. Sabono. Untin Quajemo Brekum. Entio as a penalty. Enti, you see, Kroma says, I take a decision from license and maybe can reference because. The Omoyano, Robin Peter and then people and to people. Zion Ghana referees Omoyano. They rob you here and pay you here. They pay you here and rob you here. And when I see people complaining, I know more.
That's a referee last year they go to win.
Yeah,
trust me.
Yeah.
Odi
birthday.
Odi matches pound. Awesome.
Every bear.
Rastum, they never had any issue with him.
Rastum.
Kotoko has go di back.
And no catch was at the end of a mistake.
Oh, he accepts that.
So
he had a wrong judgment.
Oh, okay. Come Mathematics says so much and so.
But he didn't tell me that.
No.
Ogodi Mato.
Ogodi Mato.
He has a match tomorrow.
They will from Chinaso.
Yeah, he has a match tomorrow. Oh, match tonight.
I don't know.
Oh, but the appointment was given after the game.
Yeah. No more punishing.
He's the 4th referee.
Because the last 2 seasons.
Go Stars no anebo.
Oh yes, our referee. Some nights Akito can yes, our referees Nibia. Okay, last 2 seasons. Kotoko ni Dreams FC. Dreams defend the 2 and 9 bit here. Rashid not do it.
Mistake back.
Maybe who any mistake oh.
To do baby I.
Unze.
Me hushi kra.
Unze.
Me hushi kra. Me was a normal decision.
Unze me na. Ya me kan nyane say.
This is a penalty. Moto per the Ghana football rules. The bobo Ghana no. This ball is not a penalty.
Hey, the Ghana rules don't go.
Practical, you can't practical rules or Ghana.
You don't say any man.
You go in your penalty.
Me must me nyane.
We omuntimi punishing for that.
Guy be Moro, so the Moro.
Yeah,
the center.
And on here for free.
So yeah, assistant one on here for.
Me too.
Me too. Kroma say no. Refereeing is some kind of Robin Peter to people. Ebisi si wa na ye dia ma wa ebisi si wa.
You cannot justify anything.
No, unse member there. The make nyane say saa ball na yesi na Rastom Gino obuaso no my argument is that saa ball no yen Gino nso atre
then Mr. Toyenji wo baby ah
yebe Gino nso atre na for the home team
yenji wo baby ah
yebe Gino brekuma
for the no
it is a fact no it's a fact that
maybe
let me hear compilation of penalties that was awarded the whole of last season. Number more the home and
with videos.
No, like me more the number of penalties awarded for home teams and away teams in Ghana.
Then home team penalty.
Then you understand.
And
you know
because you attack.
Say make I say. Sabon who said the
and Mr. Tobi na betia ko pimo bi Ghana.
Yeah bobo Premier League ni mo a. Penalty a beje no. Ebia Arsenal ko Emirates e beja mo no. Oko obo Itihada eba ye beje
na baby ah
say America no me say penalty ya beje say Arsenal ebo home e beje ama no oko away ya beje ama no bagana say nte sa
oh okay mo na maka dia
sanity so eti no it's I think say baby adnedru no e say that is why if you are kotokwa they will be happy to stay out of Boase because ono they also be enjoying that kind of
like obi say referee handle Karel and Kotoko was he punished.
There be anya she so no penalty by Anje. Abeta mo apa. Me say away enje penalties how Mr. Otuo.
Amontwe na so.
Ya ntwe na so.
Keke me de pitch be am Keke.
Kotoko ne Karel. Ya enje penalties how away o.
Keke ehwe na eni mu a. Kotoko no Young Apostles. One of the games that Nkofo Agine free so. Albert Amwes goal that he scored against Young Apostles. Omo board do on nke bi anke be defense story because abo no nko sha na nke 1-0 for Kotoko. Say no was them so too. Keke mfanto so. You see here maybe I don't finish the offside. She won put the wabo na unse ball mpo every nine that o. But still that's what say no or onside. It's just imagine the time he was playing the ball. But line 2 it means prejana flag say boy offside. Bounce obi anka wan hwe. Anka wan hwe. I think say we should make
but you na route here what
meti say
condemn what no
until no I don't make any answer ejibu enti say e ko tie obi na we dia e ko no so ye din
okay yanko
but say okay we dia no what we enti ochina against lions e be tete omo baba yara last season this season omo no munya nyomre dem
are they doing well lions
until say omo nso atrama omo so mo trewa na enkoyin fa mo no munya opeki 1 point that was against Karela in Nanerugu and almost share in Sotermania 3 points amanya 4 points until you have 4 points amre ba ball Kotoko ewo Obuase means the Lions no they want to pass the ball. One thing I've seen with Kotoko na same too Ghana I mean Ghana nkwa na jibo obi nya record anya advantage en fam mawo because no hwe asene eya ediana no hwe Kotoko so na efa ni say in Sotermania as a Ghana there because your teams what the record they used to punish you but Ghana there the watch record what no crowd game no saying the obo with 11 men Ghana the teams don't take advantage with that kind of playing with numerical disadvantage you know until Lions yes want to play but Obo's pitch yes is improving but any improving year until their style of football no may not
David na say you game bi wo ha Zakito
Ibo take over ni ngo
you game bi wo ha so oni team bi ba bebo a o team ni strength okay say a level pitch na ma pitch na da so to top standard the year team ne ba obeje ball na bo wan ho be hyew so tell me na say and Accra Lions for do mo kototo sa pitch na any ball mienu na ya hwe between Kotoko ne Apostles ne Kotoko ne Inso Atemana omoma pitch ne nyesa a bad distract Accra Lions for the game no nyina strategies to a referee Mourinho ne Barcelona 4-2 bi no ojagi tonka wa hu de mo ya Stamford Bridge pitch no said be ya Barcelona enya pitch be si to o star no so tell me chana say etini nyina no to na ayi El Clasico El Clasico Barcelona and Real Madrid was Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid for decided so mbema grass akosoro. Say the beya Barcelona for one ball na meto me ball papa no. Say e meet standard ne nko ade am zoto. Obetimi di abo. Etiti se Kotoko ne Accra Lions game yo mbo na chinen. So wo Lions for ne strength and say so when you good pitch na so to mutimi control ball no mo ball ni ya because ogum share that em fine the ogum star now person kotoko team ni ball no sa possessive football no they say it's all about getting results either the opponent will make a mistake and a few chances kotoko benya no mbehye it is a Lions for nebeba na nei omo ye world race side ombe possess ball no better than kotoko should find a way ombe ye pitch ni bibia Lions for team more ball ni nyina se be meet standard e wo ba bia Europe nyam so to clubs here
Adari is suspended about and the match now kotoko ne Canada and Rostum has also been suspended until we could do it by better keep it after this weekend.
We were fourth.
And to better keep it.
Now what suspended will be the assessment with immediate effect.
And said minimum there because
imagine a referee who is suspended. Now Oyerepa. Psychologically the way they say
and then a Heart of Lions in Media Mabono.
Yes.
Hey game.
So last time I'm training. I'm going to show more. I don't know one.
Lions that fourth. It's almost 6 points.
Yeah.
And Mediama that first almost 9 points. Na
Pando.
The one won TNA. I'm born in the
TNA or the mistake.
Was it Mediama person much league no? Mediama person winning league this season. No matter me say Africa no boy, especially so to group stage. Obeti to kan obi bia no so to obenya sika kakra obeti na say twa player baako e bi dia kan ho bi na say at least so dia ye team ni ye one coach am so to se me hwe has team ni din ne kwan mo fa so ye o mo signings a me feel say has ye mistake sa supporters no mo sorry call World Trade Center ko ka kire mo hene Togo afede say man in fa should Hayford no mo di has abro kakra omodi has abro kakra omodi has abro kakra na se Bashiru na ye omo boboso emu nse dan twibia one watara emu nse dan twibia o se wo hwe Heart of Lions team on say ade ba kwa bash eye good at ne say so too se wo the team man on beginning of the season se on build the team recently menya so betinya 3 coaches e wo league ni mu ne ya omo build the team e de ba best start league omo team ne perform better than Bashiru for team. Iti watch a Lions team na mzoto check the matches omo ball so omo ne yi ni dem be catch wa say na yi kakra yes yi kakra wo omo ne dream service game no e game na omo win awie na report che say nyoma kakra kakra because wa ekoye 2-2 it is a very good team and Bashiru for that building o show omo front three na boy no wo has of folk Obin Junior and omo fa Zlatan Abednego Tete so na meche no on say old horse omo mo nim Premier League nam so to omo cover venue bia a difficult so be intimidate omo no sa players no picking on the young players at how much ya omo born on born so efe o how many has given it was very good nti one game a weekend in so to me person me hwe Mediama any Heart of Lions game no Kinyobo so one Uyobo Mediama takwa so omo be kun Lions ne but omo hwe na game no anodin eno game na me hwe between Hearts and the Aduana Stars ne de me dem akasa asem ya na me koso aka say bizo tuo Hearts team na da ho no adwuma wo ho papa na sha se free coaching ebeye e de ama Hearts of folk say animu ya season bizo to enko ba bia o afeni abo 4 games ana me boa enyanko ba bia mo ntwen e ma ne nya me hu yanka enye sa eduru sa stage ne dia the see last season in last 2 seasons e hono mbesa ko gina timba kwa ma hwe ne league ni ma mzoto sorry to say this it doesn't look like omo coach ogina bench has of asempa na me ka kire no
osi Salim Banu abre
omo boy
o ka so tinte osi omo start o e wo ma plan hu zo mbelu to game no oti oso omo ye wo ma plan hu say seriousness
na why the design is our map ni sanyo manyana
we na go kaya go for
why the design is sanyo manyana on say da bia no on say ade ba kwa mehu aba watara ne say onyene mfum so ntum sa ade we de me na maye since oba Hearts no BBS wo Hearts bi obi ode hye no BBS bia obi ode hye no usu timu na coachi wa sa be ka che so na ye selection obi a interfere in your selection wo watara na abekan you enye obi na ba wonum na abekan ye na wako design warm up their man players na me Otuo warm up the players ntimi an wo me up ye na o ma be bobo no mo ntimi an sha usimi hu warm up na mu se board ye ntimi che ehwo na esa has for sake no it means he's not a good coach minim the ati has to wo so sa anyoma we so has to focus a big club and they should run it like a big club because untimi ntina ho team last season eye ginyame ena ma ka league nim then what's our starting league season here boy has a winning only one game and that was against Bechem United. Walusu to Basake, Walusu to Heart of Lions, Wabo draw Ewo Nations, and then was about draw against Adriana Stars. So to say team at the side points we are now. By the end of the season, you'll be fighting for relegation. And no more.
So 1 point.
At the first year, born
you get 34 points.
Yes, at the first year, born now. Senkaye yempo, and a born now more born in your fe, and a watara esha. Kebaka so yenya abotrema no. Resource name ma born so enye fe. Kosi nkosi kwade nkwada. Eti I don't know why Otuo has board any management still e trust watara mso obese sanyoma. Ade bibi do omontem omontimi kan na.
Bi omo yi na omeboka o.
Otuo ni nyina ka board ne ho. So they has be relegation so be pamana obi a watwa ne kam Otuo dey na ye. Because coach obo ho menye okwa away nye has this season away Otuo oma pick only 1 point. That was against Nations meboa. And at home oma pick 4 points from 9. And so pick Olusu Basake. And no she Bechem. And then no bo
Olusu another one.
And no Heart of Lions and no na away. So we boy away 2.
Yeah. And no Bechem.
Bechem home. Yes, and no Nations draw. It's home no.
So the last 3 matches are
the home games are wabono from 9 for about 3 matches, which is 9 points. Home no.
One.
Wanya there be wanya 4 points. We lose 5 from home.
The Heart of Lions game was away.
Away game.
Okay.
Say home near Basake, Bechem, and then Adriana Stars. 3 games him are 9 points.
Okay.
Because out of 9 points, when you 4, it will only 50% from the home games awabo.
Okay.
Away so am to away games awabo no. When you only a point from away game. Away games is 6 points and when you 1. How can you survive with this resource? The kind of resource he's getting for the club no. A resource I cost to say to a relegation abe fighting. Okay. They should work on it. Kodokone Accra Lions game in the Bo na to oya mathematics e do time bia na so. Eya na nche den sisu yi. Yes, Lions for no almost say omo league no man start yi because almost problem ne say omo ton omo players ni bebre. Nti afi na young ones no mo de omo aba no.
Now o ka Leganese and Levante in your
Levante na kan.
I don't say Leganese the Onra. Levante Leganese played yesterday and not Levante. Levante will be playing tomorrow and not yesterday. With regards to the team select, thank you.
Accra Lions Edda Otuo Accra Lions Edda 13 on the league log. Omo ewo 4 points and akotoko that second with 8. Bansa na meko game no aduana asem ne yehwe ne ye. Ade eto aduana ntim Otuo ye.
Obasan no results there it's a good one.
Aduana about 5 games. 5 man 15 points.
Omo 5.
Aduana omo nya 3 points from 15.
Na atadi bango mo e.
Matisi esika sema problem kakra ho.
Oh, the ana. What is this a problem and maybe na nani ho. And na bibisa.
Otuo na nani ho de mfanya bo.
Omo model omo run.
Debi.
Mo de bibia mo dem dia bo.
Debi nya bo chi sem.
Omo model no.
Enya bo chi sem.
Enom de illegal.
Football no entna ho ntwen.
Na ozo adwuma panyini ni wa. Next ka sem wine.
And say adwuma de jai. Eni da achen. adwuma bi eti se bi agyae
sa
mizoto adwuma bi eti se bia wo do ye adwumani a wo se adwumani bia adwuma wura tukwan na adwuma na adwuma na gina no na ko pa adwuma foforo koko pa adwuma foforo
adwuma wura no o di ha o nyingrofo ni o nti
to ayi company there the moment I establish a company uni ho yes a company na adwuma ese company na adwuma na ese wo adwuma wura ni ho na adwuma na gina na adwuma ni de gyan na ko be fa me ko to say adwuma ni bia me gyan
se bia be bibia yin
oh me na say you ready ayi ma take decision bi already bi ma na because of sad
don't mind going to now of him say obi be ba
enya vim
na be bu akwa wo die wo go
say ebi wo enya vim ebi wo enya vim because me to say adwuma no bia no aya na risk na wo mu do so iti adua na asem no atadi bango mi ame nua atadi bango omo hwe no mo nya nyoma yi
ene owura jawu
because me there this is my belief in the person revival Ghana football
yeah
ade ba ko am feel sem zotu high football ne ba ko yen hwe ne say the traditional clubs now am zotu mo kura league no o de hwe tanobo fa kwaba league in last season look at the attendance
I know mo push it
so to the match na say o de hwe say bia United ewo in oh say I'm finding a way. I'm not saying say in favor, but as those traditional clubs, as a revival mubium.
Oh, but the reason why people are not going to back on no.
Yes,
back on no because Oma can need support.
Because first, so the fancy Oko United ne Kotoko and has Koko Stadium Bayama. Oko United and has our class stadium. Amount for Beko because Oko one kind of so on the maternity. Sano Manyaman so to SCF. It's a dual national. But when Accra Lions game, no, but a much improvement on Kotoko team no
performance.
Yes, especially how they play. On say Zoto coach Bia one identity. The name said Dr. Ogum. And say Dr. Ogum team dear. Anya hwe kra no se ba possession a ontimi monte Dr. Ogum team da wo de wan hye wo kra possession kwa do be hye wo ba me hwe Kotoko ne nso atrema no me hu sa de no
okay
yes resource neighbor but resource bi o ha wunya tu ka say hey se ya na ekọ de wan hwe kira yenya se Kotoko bobo na mo bo na against nso atrema na o kine be den dia mom they need to improve their game
okay
nti doctor ne ni team no mo wadwuma ye ne de almost wo obo ase nim say me sure say dey a omo ye training kakao for Oyerepa akomba ko ebu Olinclay how to play to get results ebe combine with team the performance because to ade ba ko ha adwene say wahye but supporters are not happy
okay
ayana sometimes coach yana wo feel bad nti eno so ye one game to mamema Kotoko slim victory ebia 1-0 omo game omo ene Accra Lions bobo no nyame ya aduma wo kina no
okay
ada match sa ke kan de matisa man for say na one na ka say 20 na no dey
20 man
gate fee no
no fine
20 should be fine
20 is
Ghana ya ya league ni aka chire dudu
20 is fine
20 Ghana ya ken so 6 years ago na ya 20 Ghana
20 is fine
but ene special day the mama
e mama yin
me mama de wo me
direct pa
nyenchen
and say oboga ko party
I will definitely ma hye nyoma kakra anya party kura na Alice
e
bia be mo no ano
presentation
say Alice and to ya de adwene bibi ho me bo amane later yes Florence Menu if you could be
fine
me mama na ye na woda
o say no no so ko no aduane ma odi o say ka ugodidi wo no ho na ka che ura say ura na dem sew no akọ na eja o no already no wa ye abrewa fo nkwan abrewa nkwan and the buta yi omo ye combination
and then take you over anya sa
na de
on so obet me bia
you have done in the down
kra odi na na wie no my research na no me ne mofra no
o cha so na Sunday
the birthday ne on ne nana no mo be hia on say no the oba achire ya no so hima me de ne to no straight
why are they
hima to ni straight
na no pay asem bi bai na minim se na wo ba na wo ti ase ka be ma do pay na de nyina akoma no yi bi ama
say
ngofo afoko me ba ma that thing is a matter say bi aka o pay
no be ma de o de ne say akonhoma boni wo musai obu ho bon da bia obu ho bon bo so
obu bon na
eno na ye be ma wasede
Maybe the copy in the back.
They will pay the Mr. Said the Mr. to a foot with the Funk man. I said, what if I can't the problem?
I'm on waffle, wouldn't gay.
I say, Blue Fiadia. I say, yeah, yeah, so bad. I know Becca, so bad.
I can't.
So bad.
Where?
Kingsley, I can't. On the Sunday, by.
So bad.
Say, about Otuo Acheampong. We are gone, Mr. Wadaruma, and I can't answer me because another program is at 10.
The can say a house of folks said not strike can hand you dinner. If we are your small cranny, a Maru Pesika, won't them call Yamfania Joe. Yamfania Joe. Traffic bit much come. A timbo tara material so good, made a medical motivating with a own resource when. Also, now Cassam be say, Young recruitment in Yamansua, Watara, near Van Cassam. Who ya small crying? Why am I VIP sika? Why am I a Stanbic and a Tumbi Cababy? Why am I play sika? Why ya come out car? Sika and Nusakans by a super drum can Ben way, Ben a yes. So maybe I yes, I am out play Yama VIP.
Tara, not play at all.
David has problem with firm when you soon play and on the Matarano.
Then you run a free players.
Players, no, do a free, no, be brewing. Be brewanya etimi de Watara blame die de bia meka se mamu miem blame no because the materials na won e ho resource na e benya no e ho resource na e benya no because we ball me medical catch supporters say
scouting issue there are good players in Ghana division 2 division 1
eno no say boss okay no eno no say what the team na chi ache we dey that maybe enu ko hia wo Osuga wafa team na start question so duro no na as good player be no house no dey say slim match obi for boys good don go finals Lawrence J team ni nye but unya sa ba ku mienu ejina so be kai on share two goals team no so ka tradition dey tradition ba ya ohina wuni ntam nkonda ohina wuni ntam bia nkonda dey tradition ba
enye
Watara materials ekuta Watara this and the whole resource wani
na so abe pam seniors
pam no ye ene de say resource
Ampadu 3 boy about 3 and others no
Watara no na be ka che say recruitment we dey on
but when you the first choice
see what baby ada
so benya
say we coach now we still players say club on Tomau o say ubenya first choice nyina etina coach ko ya
but wanya
bi
o say first
wanya bi striker wanya bi yeni wanya bi
kayeke
about 5 players ya no over 6 wanya bi
do no kwa na epe kayeke
wanya bi oh about 5 players ya na 6 ya
get at least 3 of his
musina
na say Diego Watara signing
oh da bi omu nyina no ye enema bi a na omu ka de omu ba no what you say who go players be say 6 7 na wunya Diego a na wedim se bia omo anke ko pom di kenya Diego be ka ho a ka be bua bato mama because so we ball a Diego ntimi mo na we na Di Maria mo ni we ni mo no hwe boy goes on wash so the one that the one assist ko ntimi nye omo ntimi nya assist because say we Hamza goes na no wash nyina pa kokko check Di Maria assist o de ma no o ba kokko check and Hamza gina ba bia assist ball ne ma etino Watara dey see nya butrema because konwa boy na won kwan na yendom no ho nkwan na yendom no eno dey ya nya butrema ye say nsaki coach da be pese yakoni ntimi nduru eti say supporters say obi nya butrema
enya Watara
obi nya butrema ya ba pam coach problem na ho na Watara so problem ni my so problem ni my so problem no ya butrema na wasi nya abutu ubet for players papa now we the good coach of football mu
na ya man kwa mamela so the ideas is about to
them or the support no but emfa but e be fa
o balance we dey nkomo believe Watara
ah be fa say league na striker cat see no pa check the other for squad how to how many points e be na which Kasim say it's na draw kra na ke go be 3 points
yeah
Abbas bitia to mu bitia say draw 5 na
4 points
can you 5 points
Abbas Bachoti
can you 5 points
league no ye bo home na ya bo away 5 matches na ya bo no has about 5 e be about 4 has there when your opportunity about 3 home matches Oma woka oma sem no obi enu a wanya opportunity about 3 home matches. 3 home matches ni ma 9 points. Say league no person compete here with 3 home matches Ghana league. Eso nya 7.
The problem ni ba no ye be hu nya so
wo hu de na.
Ye be hu nya so. Na na ka sem bi access na me fo so ani na me de o say o nya sika o
pay ba we adwuma unya na de nyina akoma ire no yi bi ama. Ebe ma sumdwi abonya sumdwi de abobra.
Ma sumdwi nyina no.
On hawa dwene da.
Anya no ko nya mo sumdwi nyina. Madam fu bi no ko Burkina no de 5,000 ma obi. Ana wa setting yiri ni school fees bi bia ma ni yiri o. Bi bia. Ana kwa na ko ifie na madam fu ni onu onim so ko Burkina no this kan ja na yiri. Ti bi se no so mi di madam fu sika na ko ja o yiri ni yiri nti ya wo frɛ na kan frɛ ka so ma se to mi ka ko. Mi kodru ya within 3 hours no. Oba nuru adem onya 17 minutes we watch 17 oba na 700 Ghana ni so. Ana na.
What ye bi ma.
What ye
Sir, confessor ewo Okese Park. Confessor omo ko win first match na away o. Omo se this year. Sir I mean our so Nigerian manager so general manager. It almost say afi there. On the general manager of Confessor. Must have this year there. They are coming back to Premier Tier 5 city.
On the tier large.
5 city.